What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. We are live with the MC. This is episode 5. Today, Wednesday, we will be interviewing Kontravasy and Paign. Both are dope artists from New York. I believe Paign is from Long Island, and Kontravasy is from the Bronx, New York. So yeah, we're gonna wait for Controversy to tap in. How's everybody doing right now, man? Talk to me. Say what's up. I'm here for you guys. This is episode 5. If you're not in tune yet, excuse me for a second. Just gotta charge my phone up. Yeah, if you're not in tune yet, this platform is for any artist, that is doing something, any creative. You guys can all get on the platform. This is a spotlight for everyone, a very open space. So yeah, reach out to me, get your slot, and let's do it. It's a fun space. There's no limitations except for no punching down on anybody. We all have like an open room for expressing ourselves. But just be mindful of the things that you say, I guess, in a sense. Like I'm not censoring anybody, but just that kind of thing. Shout out to Paign. He's the next guest on the show. I guess we're just waiting for Kontravasy, or I guess we can switch it up. I don't really mind. What's going on, Paign? You ready right now, or what's up? Yo, listen, man, it's my show. I could do whatever I want, I guess, right? But yeah, man. Oh, there goes Kontravasy right there. Speaking of, let's go, Kontravasy. You ready, my boy? Let's do this. Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in. Alright, Kontravasy. Boom. Accept. Let's go. Um, let's see. See if we can get Kontravasy in here. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Um, Excited to see y'all. I didn't get to do an interview on Friday. I was traveling, but we back this week. So we're working on getting Kontravasy. Uh, um, I'll keep it a buck with you, bro. It is a little hectic with this live. I've been struggling like every episode trying to get everybody tuned in. So yeah, um, I got you covered. Just give me a second. Um, Cancel, invite. All right, see if you can accept mines now. There we go. Got it. What's going on, my brother?
I'm just tight right now, bro.
You tight? Oh man, bad timing.
My laptop won't turn on.
I know the feels. I'm operating with a broken screen laptop, and it's touchscreen. So imagine that pain. Yo, for real. I feel you, brother. Um, but otherwise, aside from that, how you feeling, man?
I'm just here, bro. We life, and we adulting, We
Yo,
outside.
for real, man. I highly relate to that.
One of
Um, so first things first, I just want to introduce you to everybody. Kontravasy. If I can, I don't want to like put you in a box, but you're like mostly reggae, Jamaican dance hall, you know, that type of artist. And you have your own platform, Profile Thursdays.
mm,
So, what inspired you to do that?
um. To be honest, there's a lot of talent around me, and I've been going through the ringer for a little minute of just knowing operating this music game. doing a whole bunch of talent shows, not talent shows, showcases, open mics, going on
Hmm.
tour, and just really just paying attention to what they're doing. So by paying attention, I was just like, yo, there's too much artists and from my area that needs to get some type of shine. So let me put them on. And while I
That's
keep doing,
dope.
when I bring back the network,
I feel that.
and
Um,
the build.
as sorry, was you finished?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. So as someone that's been a part of Profile Thursdays, I've been a part of the first one and I've popped up in between various ones. I can attest to that. You definitely have your own unique style to it. And you welcome everybody. I've
Mhm.
been to several shows, and I have a lot of friends that's like, in different areas, like poets, dancers, like, like just different people. And I'll tell them, like, yo, come out to the show. But they'll be like, oh, but I mostly see rappers in your story, or I'll see mostly singers. And it's like, no, but it's an open mic, come through to the show. But they never like pull up. But to your event, I've seen the multitude. I've seen all of them. I've seen dancers, I've seen poets, I've seen them all.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so I just want to say that that's pretty dope. That you welcome everybody, and they all come to show out. Like I haven't seen anyone come out there and just like kind of like on any shot. Like they all come out ready to put on a show.
Facts.
So I don't know if it's like you have like some type of relationship with them, and they're like, yo, I gotta show out. Like I have to make sure that Profile Thursdays is lit. Like,
Nah, you know what it is, bro? When I go out and I go out to perform, the same artist that's on the stage, I'll be out there. If it's not somebody new, I go out there. If I don't know you, I encourage you while you're performing. You know what I'm saying that's
hmm.
like I'm a fan of music, so like when I go out there and I see, there's no fans when we go out there. It's mostly like different artists. So to
Yeah.
be a fan of the music and just push another artist while they're on stage, when they come to our platform, they give that love because that's what I will show them when they on the street. And then when they come here, I do the same thing too because we want to see it up. It's like you probably don't even know. Like when people are performing, I will go. I will make sure I get eye contact with them and be like, "Yo, turn it
Yep.
up." Like, "Yo,
Yep.
project." I'll walk past them and dance, and I'll be like, "Yo, project your voice," and just keep it going. So
So
it's
I
a
can.
vibe show. It's a lovely show.
Nah, that's facts. That's actually facts. So there's been two instances that I can pinpoint to where I can confirm that. I remember like when we were doing the more booking shows and nobody was really turning up to when I was doing Get High. But I remember this one particular day at Love Story and I just happened to be watching the footage. Like, I was just going back against the footage, like just trying to figure out how to post it or whatever. And as I was watching it, you were like one of the main people, like just in tune with it, like you were dancing along with it, like doing the hand movements and
Mm.
stuff. And I was like, yo, this guy's like really dope. And then another time we was at HQ Lounge and I performed the song Fatherless and I couldn't finish the song because it was like pretty emotional, So and then you walked up to me and you just like shared your story and I was just like, yo, that's pretty dope, like you definitely do show love to the artists and like encourage them to keep going and push them to be the best versions, So thank you for that, man, for real. If no one ever told you.
Yo, bro, more time you gotta be a human. It's not just us being artists. You have to be a human. So I'm always
100%.
tapped into both sides of the thing, you know?
Yep,
Or
yep, yep. Um, so I don't know if you do this like every morning, but I noticed that you go live in the mornings and you preach, so to speak. Like you spit a lot of gems, What's that about? Is that something that you mean to do or you just wake up feeling that way?
nah,
Yeah.
bro, I just wake up. I be waking up. The first thing I do, I wake up. I don't even know if I brush my teeth first. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I just rush to the bathroom. I just turn on my laptop. Like that's when I'm most creative. And sometimes it depends on who's on the live and whoever's saying something to trigger off whatever to be said. But for the most part, I just go on live to make music. That's just, and then I go on live also because there's not usually a space where I'm in. a space with a whole bunch of artists to create songs.
Mm,
So I go on live with me, create with me. Sometimes I meet
mm,
engineers, sometimes I meet producers, sometimes, and they all put their input. They will look on, they will say, "Yo, turn the screen around. Yo, fix the equalizer or fix the compression," or
mm,
they will say, "Yo, touch
mm.
that." So that's that's why I go on live, because there's always some inspiration that shows up on the live for the most part.
That's dope. That's dope. And another thing about that live, you mentioned that you do be playing your music. Um,
Word.
are you not afraid that there's some artists that are like, because a lot of your music is unreleased that you play. Are you not afraid that there's some artists that are gonna be like, yo, I like that one. I'm gonna take that. Like, I'm gonna be the new Kontravasy, like
And
kind of thing.
it's hard to be me. Your heart can't. Your heart. Your heart is not me, so it's like it's not gonna play out correct. But I understand it.
Nah, I feel
I
that.
understand it, exactly what you're saying. You see my lives, it's like always three, two, four people. It's never crazy. It's never like it's for the most part. I see the same people every day.
Mm.
I know who's
And
coming.
you don't post them to your page, your live when it's finished. Oh,
I
okay,
discard.
okay, okay. You safe there. You safe.
Yeah, everyone or some of them. Like if I really like them, I just archive them. But for the most part,
Okay.
I just all of them. I just go on live so I can just engage.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I know, but we in a weird world these days, you know. So it's been a few times where I've like heard like a mimic of a song that I've done, and it was just kind of like really, and it's like, and it wouldn't even be like I'm reaching like, oh, somebody like I gotta get high song, and somebody else gotta get high song. Like that's common, but to hear it and it sounds like eerily similar to what you're doing or what you've done, and it's like what, So yeah, I've had like a weird instance of that before. Um, I don't know where it came from. Now. I don't know if it's because I was performing and someone was just like, "Oh, let me create this kind," or like I don't go live that much. Like maybe I've done like a freestyle to a beat or something, or I don't know. But yeah, I've always been like kind of sketchy about playing like unreleased, like on socials or anything like that. Like unless I actually have it done, recorded, and ready to like go, I don't really like to preview it too
I
much.
think me and Live did over 20, 30 something songs. Just I'm building with people. Like sometimes when I'm even making the songs, you got people on the lab that will give you a bar. I'll say, yo,
Nah, fact.
I'll say this. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna say this, and then I'll switch up this. And it's how it's as much as people are thieves. It depends on how popular your page is. Right now, we got three people. Right, I'm sure these three people in here is not going to do anything with our like what our content. Then more
Nah, I
time
feel you.
I gotta look who's in the room. I'm like, all right, I can find you. I will look you up because it tells you
Nah,
who.
when you put it that way, yeah, I feel a lot safer.
I'm not. I it's open because most of my stuff that I've been creating too, you hear is more relatable to people, so it can make people.
Hmm.
So like I'm really like tapping into making swaggy music, but it be conscious swaggy music.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, you got a lot of the good songs, man. I like a lot of your music, man. To be honest with you,
thanks.
no
So that's all
problem.
I'm. That's all here. Just I love it. I'm not even gonna lie. I love what I'm doing. If I didn't love it, bro, I wouldn't even be doing all the half of the stuff that I'm doing, bro.
I feel that. So how did you even get into making music? Like, what was like your moment where you just like woke up and was like, I can do this?
I feel like this was something that I was born into in a sense. And not to sound like
Okay.
cliche. My family members, back in Jamaica, my uncle created the first pirate radio station
Mm,
in Portland,
okay.
and police used to come to the crib because they know the voice.
Mm,
Tell like one out like one of my great grandparents like, yo, tell your boy stop like tapping into our frequencies.
right.
The this without even reading books. Like how he created
That,
antenna to go up in the air with a whole bunch of batteries and copper wire going around the house. When he put it
mhm.
together, my family member was like, "Yo, when he created that pole, the frequency pole, and he put that last battery on, the whole house was shaking."
Mm, that's fire.
And
That's
my
a dope story.
my one of my cousins, he's one of the world's greatest saxophone player, Dean Frazier.
Oh,
So
okay.
um when I was surprised when I found that out, and I'm like, okay. When I talk to other saxophone players and I bring him up, they be like, yo, they study him. I'm like, all
That's
right,
fire.
is my family really is music? It was just random for me. I thought I was gonna be a DJ. I thought I was buying DJ equipment, monitors. I was getting the programs, and next I'm getting beat programs too. And then I got a microphone, and I had a whole studio set up.
Nah,
So
that's dope.
everything
I
just,
peeped that too.
huh?
I, I peeped that. You have your own studio set up. That's really dope.
Yeah, it just happened, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. It just happened piece by piece. It wasn't even something that I planned. It just happened. God did it.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. You remain focused and you learn, and you pretty much do it all on your own. I noticed. You even capture a little footage here and there. I'm not sure how deep you are in the photography realm, but I see you. You could be getting busy there here and there. Um, so
There's
that's pretty dope. You kind of embody, not kind of, but you embody the role of an independent artist. Um, so I've always been kind of uh interested to know. Well, all right, so I'm gonna make this a double question first because it's what I want to ask you before. Are you originally from Jamaica or are you from the Bronx, but you're raised with Jamaican parents?
yeah, Bronx born, Jamaican raised.
Okay, okay. So the second half of that, where did your name come from? Like, how did you come up with
Oh,
Kontravasy?
Kontravasy came from a CSA group. Me and my friends started a Caribbean Student Association in what school? College of Westchester. And
Okay.
it was all coming up with different names. To this day, all of my friends from that specific CSA, we use that same nickname till this day. And
That's dope.
when people say controversy and like on the news, there's always bad things. So my name is a moron. So when you hear controversy, it's always good things. So
That's dope.
that's what I. That's what. And then I switched the name. I switched the spelling, and then came up like I'll be talking for the students. I'll be talking for people. Like I don't like to see people get bullied and things like that. So I was the one speaking up in school. Me and my
Not-
friend Tommy.
That's
So
dope.
word, it's just you would think that we would be like I could be a bully, bro. I can be a bully,
Right.
but I don't. Please, you know what I'm saying so. We was the ones standing up, especially when it was coming from the head, the top of the school. I don't
Right.
I don't like you see regular stuff out here. I stop breaking up. But you see, like when it comes to like institutions or corporations and stuff that, or the people that run this, I'm
Mm-hmm.
ready, bro. I'm front line.
Nah, that's dope, man. So, this is an interesting question. Despite your temptations, or rather, in the midst of your temptations, do you find it easy to keep a pure heart and remain like like you said, we're all humans, so do you find it like easier in a world full of temptation to like keep a good heart, like to keep doing what you're
Yo,
doing?
bro, I get tempted to stop all the time, bro. I'm tired of people. Yo, I keep it a stat. I'm very so tired of people. I love people, but I'm
Right.
also tired of people. Like I love people. It's just that everybody everybody be preaching things that they want,
Mm.
and like it be right in front of them, and they want to do it themselves.
Right.
That's whack, bro. Where's the unity?
Right.
Where's the unity? Like everybody want to be independent. That's not the goal. The
No,
independence,
I agree.
you feel me? The breakdown of how our family's been broken down, it trickles down into the community. And the only thing I could tell you I learned in college is teamwork, teamwork, teamwork,
Right.
teamwork. That's all they push. Everything about college was garbage, trash. But
Except for that.
because that if there's one thing that they just kept pushing is teamwork. You cannot do it by yourself. You cannot
Right.
do it by teamwork, and it works when we do it together. Put all egos aside. Put all of these things aside. Your personal feelings, teamwork. That's what families in the world do. That's why these families are rich, bro. They put
Yo, for real. You ain't lying, man. Like, and that's what I be trying to tell people, like it is like I feel like a lot of us, a lot of us artists would be a lot further, what's good, Blackwater? I feel like a lot of us would be like further than where we are now if we just had people, like you said, get rid of their egos, get rid of their feelings. Like, if we can all just be human and be a fan of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could be a fan of my best friend and like whatever he got going on, you know what I'm saying? My neighbor. I could be a fan of my neighbor and like whatever they got going on. Yeah, I don't think that's hard at all, And it's like, you don't even gotta like what they're doing. It's just the fact that they're putting an effort into it and like I don't gotta like rock music, but if my boy's going hard and if I see he just learned how to play the electric guitar and he's going in, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, or he got his first headline show, I'm popping out. You feel me? Like I'm gonna show some love because it's like we all don't have that support system, and me growing up, I'm not gonna say I didn't have the support, but it wasn't to the point where it was like people were like openly encouraging me and like, I didn't have like the OGs like really pushing me. It was just like, when I got to a certain level, I would see like certain people like pop out and be like, oh, you still doing this? Yeah, man, don't give up. Or, yo, you doing that now? Ah, yeah, I see you. That kind of thing. But it's not hard to like really support one another
um.
at all.
Let me tell you about support now. In life, everybody get older, so
Hmm.
you always depend on their support.
Right.
And life be happening, so you have to
Hmm.
that people have things going on after a certain time. After a
Hmm.
certain, you can't really look out for them. You have to look for a new fan base.
Right.
You have to go build that over. You have to go out there and go build that over. Um, that's what I as time went on. My people them got babies had coming. My people that moved to different states.
Hmm.
My people, they got things going on. So I had to like just think about that and not really get upset. That's how people
Right.
get upset and friends not supporting me and things of that sort. But a lot of the times we only see the perception of what they're showing. So you
Mm,
don't even know the silent battles that they're fighting.
that's a fact.
Much less we are the one that we're fighting our battles too.
Hmm.
But what people see is not what you're actually feeling or doing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's the that's social media experience. I mean, um, that's why that's why the platform is also created because guess what? We have to build over. And
Hmm.
right now the way how things are moving, the music game is gonna be ran on business. It's not gonna be ran on viral. That's
Oh, of course, of
under
course.
control now. So I mean, I'm glad what I'm doing right now is I mean, I'm standing on it. I'm doing it. We 1 year in. I'm already almost 7 years with music. So
Oh, nice.
word. So I mean, I'm seasoned. I'm prep. I'm ready. I have some major stuff that's about to happen in a few, and I'm just preparing myself for it. But also, I want to make sure this platform don't get left.
That's a
So
fact.
because this is something this platform is where I could pull people out and say, this is where I can get my people, but I'm making sure it's done correctly. I'm making sure
That's a fact.
that's why I had the artist development programs. Want people to come out here and perform with that artist that performance track, and really like I'm really pulling everybody together to see if we could do other things. I always tell people it's not about me. This platform is about us. So it's like if you have something that you want to do, let me know. Know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I always say it's open for artists to do whatever they want. All you gotta do is say something. Know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
Us is we,
That is a fact.
but if nobody's saying nothing, how am I gonna move? And there's too much people talking around me. So you see, with all this talking, makes me not want to talk to anybody about nothing. Don't even
I feel that.
ask me. That's how really it gets. Don't even ask me about music. If you were one of them talkers and say you're gonna do things,
Nah, nah.
don't.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I feel that
just ask how.
100%,
That's
man.
all you can ask me now. Is how was your day? Oh yeah, things. Yeah, things is okay. I'll be your friend, but don't. Let's not talk about that.
I feel that.
But
I feel that 100%. Um, One thing you said was being in tune with the business. Like we can't go viral no more. It was cool a while ago, and it might still work here and there today, but it's more so important to know about the business because before I get into that, I just want to show, boom. So this is one of the things that I've acquired over the years, um, and then also this one. So this book, it got mad gems in it, man. I just be reading, and then it's like I learned so much, and sometimes I like kind of like want to slap myself in the face because it's like I don't read as much as I used to, and I find very interesting books. I actually used to work in a library, oh, there we go. You feel me? So yes, I was actually gonna ask you that, like, how important do you think it is to read and to like study like different terminologies and different aspects and like understand like what is the business side of music?
contracts. What is that?
Have you ever dealt with any contracts?
So far, yeah. What? Wow. What? I'm definitely going to this. I'm sorry.
All good.
Guys, this is a business I'm doing. This what I did is a business transaction with this guy, right? They
Okay.
asked me to perform on Friday, and remember, this just performing. That's it. So, all right. Um, they asked me to get a man to do a flyer. I got the man to do the flyer. He told him the price. He made it so confusing and things like that. We got it sorted out. Now my friend is I pulled strings to get him to do it last second.
Hmm.
Now he's supposed to get this guy just texted me and showed me a different flyer what somebody else made. And this is when
Hmm.
I'm to asking him for the payment. And you're showing me other people's flyer. Why are you showing me this flyer? You're showing me a different flyer and that have nothing to do with the stuff that I got the man doing.
Right.
See, other flyer that I got the man doing.
Right.
You made me
Nah.
you made me reach out to the other guy and you made me reach out to the other guy and you gave me week. I'm in 6 to 8 hour conversations delegating things for you, doing things for you, and now look, what you gonna tell me? So if he can't pay him, I'm not gonna go to that show till on Friday. That's how real I am.
Right.
I'm serious with my people. That's business. Don't tell me
Right.
you the down payment. You say the down payment. That means I trust you in the future. We're doing other work.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying, so that's why I stand on business, like down payments, deposits, split sheets. I mean, fine Princeton contract. Make sure you know these lawyers, man, because right now people just using people for what they have, and if you don't read and read. If you don't read, you get got. One of my
That's a fact.
favorite artists, Luciano, he thought he was gonna sign a one album deal, a one album contract, not even knowing. And he seen the lawyer that the label sent them to go deal with the paperwork. He had locks
Right.
because he had locks that this was many years ago. He thought
Right.
the locks that he had the same heart. The man tricked him into signing a 4 year, not a four, a 4 album deal, and only get
Right.
one album. So
Um.
it's reading is very fundamental. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry. Definitely. I think it's also be like you mentioned. Have a lawyer and all that. But me, like someone like me, and there are other artists also who who don't have a lawyer or can't like really afford one at the moment, so to speak. So yes, you're right. Reading is definitely fundamental. And I saw this quote like if you do anything for 20 minutes a day, you'll be better than someone that does it once a week or something like that. Or I forgot what the quote was, but you don't even gotta read the whole book in a day. Just read for 20 minutes or read a chapter, read like a few paragraphs, that kind of thing. As long as you're absorbing some kind of information into your head, and just consistently doing it, you'll be fine. I feel like that with a lot of people. And I always say like try to familiarize yourself with like certain terms. So like uh back end. Like a lot of people don't understand what a back end is, or like let's just say even contract terms like a 360 deal, that kind of thing. Like oh yeah, yeah, phones and the internet for sure too. Getting your credit right is too, yeah, like things like that too. Like getting your credit up to point. Thank you, Casky. I appreciate you by the way. He's actually a dope producer. He's involved in a lot of stuff himself. So tap in with him. He's a dope creative artist. This guy wears many hats. I can't even pinpoint all of them. He does a lot of stuff. But he's a really dope person and he drops a lot of gems too. So make sure you tap in with him. For sure. But yeah, man, definitely staying on top of the business for sure. And I think speaking of internet, I think the internet doesn't really serve us much anymore. Like I mean, we still have like the apps working in our favor, like TikTok. Instagram is like starting to give us like a little bit of leeway, um, but not as much as we would like. And in relation to the whole the new Spotify rule. I'm pretty sure you saw that, where you got to meet like a certain threshold just to get paid off your streams and stuff like that. So it's no longer like whatever you stream is what you make. It's just like you gotta have 10K listeners, monthly listeners, or you gotta have 100K streams within the month, kind of thing, in order to like get paid from it. Um,
We're back outside.
so, huh?
Send people back outside. Do the groundwork.
Basically. Right, so that's what I was gonna ask you. Are you prepared for that to like go back to that? Because that's something like that was the blueprint. Like Master P, Cash Money. Like you look at all these people.
I'm not digital, bro. We've been doing groundwork. This is nothing for us. This is light.
Right, right, right.
This is light. That's not. I'm glad now we got profile Thursdays. Pull up, come perform. Yeah, pull up, perform. Yeah, we could put you on this platform right here. This one right here. This specific one right here. Yeah, profile Thursdays. We connect everybody. Everybody, let's go. Let's go. That's what the platform. We was basically
That's fact.
something. Spotify just basically just the alley oop like we just got slam dunk.
Basically, basically, basically. But what I've noticed actually, there are certain artists who don't release their music like on the platforms until they get like a certain like following or so. And I think that's an interesting technique, so to speak, because it's like they're most likely doing the groundwork first, and they don't want to go through the middleman of like getting pennies. Like, let's just say they're a very personable and marketable person, and they can like really get their streams up and stuff like that. They know that it's easier to do the groundwork, and then let's just say I made 500K just off of album sales, or I made an extra 300K from merch, then I made an extra 100K, just off of promo, alone, that kind of thing. Then they could be like, you know what? Now I could throw this on the platforms and be like, okay, whatever I make from that, it is what it is, kind of thing. It definitely is. It definitely all adds up for sure. But yeah, I was saying, basically, I noticed that a lot of artists, not a lot, but most of the underground artists that I listen to, they go by that approach. Like they do the groundwork, and then they just kind of like a vulture, like throw the leftovers to Spotify and all that, let them,
Yeah,
do what they do with it, kind of thing.
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, it's inspired me to like do the same. I have this album dropping next month, so to speak. So I'm like kind of like I don't know where to release it, but I'm ultimately wanting to go back to doing the groundwork and just like selling it, like in person, just pushing it on the streets at every event that I go to, and things like that. Uh, yeah, I ultimately think that every artist should totally in that case, speaking of it, how much do you think it costs to like do stuff like that? To like let's just say print out your own CD, get your own cover art, your own merch and stuff like that. How much would you think that it takes to really push your project?
well, Amazon the CDs, to get a print on it, might to get the digital work printed on it.
Hmm.
I used to have a guy that do it. He don't do it no more because CDs is really non-existent a lot out here.
Mm-mm.
I still take it. Um, he was charging like three something, and that's something, and that's to put the music on it too as well.
Mm.
Now we got the digital USB joint, so um, you could just tap and then listen to your stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, people could tap, but I don't want it to tap and send you to a DSP. I want it to tap and make and you listen to it just personally, like a personal player.
So would you say a website would be better?
Website drop, bringing the traffic to your website is gonna. It will be good too. Just make sure you got some stuff on your website too, your merch and stuff like that. Um,
Right. But like say for example, if you're in person and you don't necessarily have the merch on you or you don't have any, let's say, printed CDs, do you think it would be easy to just like convince someone to just be like, yo, here, tap this and like say if you're like let's just say trying to sell an album, so to speak, like you're in the middle of Times Square and you're like, yo, tap this QR, buy my album, like kind of thing.
I'll probably have to be out there singing my song too.
Okay, okay. That's a good addition to it. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that would have to happen for sure.
That will have to like make them want to purchase. So I'll probably just have a speaker out there singing the song, so you'll get people tuned into what I'm really singing, and that's how I'll get them to cop if there's no CDs. Just sing it regularly.
Heard you, heard you. Um, do you think I was thinking about this the other day because I was watching I was watching, damn, what's the name of the song? It's Jordan Lucas featuring Rick Ross. I forgot the name of the song, but Die a Legend or something like that. But he was basically like in the beginning of the video, he was like showing himself in the room, and he had like all these posters on the wall. And I remember like watching like older music videos, what like all artists have like the posters on the wall. So I was thinking, would you ever like take it back to that era, like printing out posters of yourself to like sell to people kind of thing? Like, do you think that would be like a cool element to bring back?
Like, all right, when I do my album release, I'll do something like that and have that a part as the price. You get that a part. That's a part of the bundle to get it. You get a merch. You will get one. You will get like a T-shirt, like the poster, and the album. The one at
Fire.
price of probably like $30. Boom, and you get
That's
it
fire.
in the deal like that. Just say
That's
what's up,
fire. Definitely.
and yeah, but we have to throw in incentives to make people want to like tune in.
Right. 100%. Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people are like super greedy. They're more so focused on just making the money,
But
not so much
it's
as.
not cheap. I'm not gonna lie, because you're buying in bulk, you're not buying singular. So certain things could cost $400 for a bulk of whatever, or 300 change, and then you have to get it printed on. That's another 300 and change or 400 and change, depending on how much per shirt or what you're doing exactly on the shirt or sweater or hoodie or sweat.
Hmm.
I mean, you could also use Shopify in a sense to where you could use the internet with Alibaba and them and pre do the pre-made shirts and then sell it on Shopify
Hmm.
and do it like that. If you don't have the inventory, you could do it smarter. The internet is here, so
Yeah. Would
selling.
you? Sorry,
That's it.
you was finished. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
And there's always different ways of selling merch without even having it.
I feel that. Um, so would you say it's like even more important in that case, I guess, to invest in yourself and at least like have some knowledge and experience in doing some of those things on yourself,
Yeah,
like for yourself rather.
yeah,
Like say for example, my mom makes merch, so I don't really have to go to like any shop. I could actually go to my mom and do it. You know what I'm saying? I know how to produce a little bit, so I don't really have to like go out and look for a producer. I could actually just sit in the crib and learn how to, get better at it. Like it's certain things like that. Like, would you say it's like more important for an artist to like just widen their load as far as like what they can actually
yeah.
do?
It's a business. What if music
That's
don't
a
work?
fact.
If music don't work for you? What else can you do? That's
Nah,
the,
that's a fact.
so
That's a fact.
that's I have to accept your role and what's working for you. That
Mhm.
you just have to reflect on accept what's working for you. Like I told myself, this don't work for the platform, and I just push the platform. Feel me? If this don't, because I'm ready to start a family. So if this don't work, after I'll do my family. I still drop music, but I'm not gonna keep putting in the hours that I'm putting in now. I'll just perfect my business on the other ends
Would
with
you
the music.
would you say half of that is like is battling with the age complex? Like, like you don't want to be like 40 and still trying to push a single kind of thing?
It's not even just that. It's just this music thing is time consuming.
Hmm.
I'm saying if if things aren't going a certain way and you're investing certain money in certain places and your personal life is not going where it's supposed to go, I'm here to reproduce. I'm saying music and things like that. Yeah, I love music. I will always do music, but I'm also here to have my family as well. So
Right. I feel that.
in the back, when, when let's take life more serious because you don't if you're not even doing it on business, you're gonna be broke. I wonder why they in the place where they are. So I know I'm gonna make sure I'm secure beyond music. because if I don't have it, if I'm spending all my crumbles on music and it's not going nowhere, what happens after that? When
You're
you gotta live and
right.
you want to buy a house, what age are you gonna start really pushing to do those things?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to just know when to just put certain things down, or don't give it that much energy and really focus in. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people don't 9 to 5s. So if you know you're a man that can hustle, just hustle and get things situated and save your bread and put things where it gotta go. Invest where you see fit.
Mm-hmm.
That way you're gonna see more gains. That's where I'm at.
I feel that. I feel that 100%. I feel that 100%. And I agree with you too because we sometimes get lost in the vision, and it's like
Hmm.
we going so hard just to make it happen that like we forget, like you said, like we want to start a family, like we want to travel to this country or we want to start this business venture, but we're so tied up in the music,
Yeah.
and even outside of music, I've had a lot of friends, like, like, or not even just friends, I've just known a lot of people who, like, they were really good at something. Like, they were really, like, grinding towards something. And then, like, I look at them now and they're, like, in their 30s, 40s, and they're just like, I'm back to working for Home Depot. I'm back to, McDonald's or whatever. And it's not to sleep on those, but it's like, bro, like, you had a one-way ticket. Like, what happened?
Cause guess what? A lot of people's not set on business, bro. You're not
Right.
the business. You're just doing music. That's the Spotify just made it like, yo, the business. You have to get on your business. This is not just
Basically, that's how I saw it anyway.
you have to get on your business. Yeah, get on your business. You have to get on the grind outside. It's not just buying people now. You could buy, it, but are they listening?
Right.
So it's different now. So I'm laughing at it all because I'm outside.
Right. That's facts. That's fact. That's facts. And I think, because like I already like made, and a lot of people probably would have viewed it as like I was just being like impulsively angry, and I was like, oh, I'm not releasing anything on on Spotify anymore, or Tidal or whatever the case is. But it was like, nah, I understand that at this point, what I'm saying, if you was never outside, this is going to upset you. What I'm saying? Something like that would totally upset you. Um, But it's like I just like kind of like learned that what, I've low key known this all along. So why did it take something like this to happen to be like, okay, now we gotta be more serious. Now we gotta come outside more, like be more marketable. And and I've also like low key been exposing like artists. Like when I go to certain shows, because it's like one thing that I've noticed with people when they perform, it can go one of three ways. One, they can have like a really good crowd. They could perform their song and like interact with the crowd. Um, the crowd cannot rock with them at all because of like just how they show up from the beginning. Like they come up on stage and like their presence or persona just isn't it. Or it's like it could be a lit crowd, but they don't know how to captivate the crowd.
Yeah.
And a lot of those times it'd be like the first and the third option, and then the artist will be upset. Like they'll get off the stage and be like, "Oh, I don't know what to do next, so I'm just gonna leave the venue now," instead of like, and it's like, bro, like you don't know. Like it's been several like shows that I've been to where I might have had like a mediocre performance, but then somebody in the crowd, literally at every show I've been to, pulled up on me and was like, "Yo, I like that line you said," or "Yo, the way you twisted your hand when you said that word," or like the outfit you wore while performing. It was like, yo, like different things kind of like just gave me a new perspective into like just being a dope artist, I guess, like just to keep on going and like push myself to be like better, like instead of like just getting mad that it's not going in my favor.
Yeah, these days, bro, there's no reason to get mad. If you're getting mad, that means there's something that you're not doing. So I look at it. It's all about the marketing too. I mean, you
That's
gotta
a
like you anything
fact.
about your strategy. It's about the business, and if you're really doing this, you have to really get disciplined about the business. That's what this music thing is, the business, bro. Don't get upset about things that's not being done. Don't get upset. Just think about what needs to get done and attack it, because what you're getting mad about is what you don't have. And if you don't have it, go research what you need to do to have it. I'm saying that's why you got big up Roxy PR, Roxy Chung PR. I'm saying do the damn thing. Some things you need other people to delegate. You're not supposed to be delegating everything, bro.
Now that's a fact. That is a huge fact.
People have their
Correct.
for a reason. So if you want to go to a next level, you got to get somebody to go to the next level.
Now that's a fact. So when you speak about getting someone and like building a team, do you find that easy to do? Like because obviously, like we talked about earlier, there's egos, there's feelings, there's this, there's double intentions. Like how do you like what's your struggles with like building a team? Like how do you find people that's just like because I mean a lot of times it could take years, it could take months, it could take a day. So how do you, I guess, like stay strong with that, like like in pursuing people, or like not even just pursuing, attracting rather.
I don't even know what I'm attracting these days, bro, because everybody around me talking. So if everybody around me keep talking, I'm just talking. I'm saying that's the type of things that I think about. And if I'm just talking, that means I got to do something to change that. And and, and I'm even doing the actions, but the people around me are just talking. And then everybody wants me to do for them, do for them, do for them. And at this point, I'm just like, nah, I'm not doing nothing for the platform. Don't ask me for nothing. Don't ask me for favors. Don't ask me for none of that. And it's not even personal feelings. It's just if you keep talking about being a part of the platform and not doing nothing to actually make the platform get better, I don't really see any reason to want to speak about the platform itself. Let's just talk regular, like I said earlier. The team business has been hard for me. Like I've been a part of so many teams, bro. Helping build,
Oh yeah.
building their help, building platforms, and
Yep.
they the team itself gets sold out because they get bigger and they get a name, and the name is built off of our sweat, just like any
Yes.
other. So I've been around people like that. I've been around people that don't want you to personally win. So it's like everybody say that they're a team until you decide to want to do something for yourself. They're thinking that team is still team, but team is only their team. Team is not
Right.
team is not for all. Team is selective. I mean, so I've been
Yep.
around
Yep.
like they love my energy and what I could bring, but because it's not focused on them. You feel me? I'm a person that gets attention a lot, not even asking for attention. I'm saying just by me, my appearance, my looks, and of that sort. So I get judged differently. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I'm not saying it like in no bragging way. Like I get judged very differently. I could be going through the most, but because of how I look, they think different. You know what I'm saying? Everything is great, everything is good, everything is this, everything is that. And like the perception of what you think of me is not exactly what's actually the reality. So,
No,
well,
that's facts.
that's why it's just I'm not. That's why I think I am who I am. I'm human all majority of my times because I know what perception does, and I'm just like, yo. I'm a person. I'm a person. It is.
Of course. So before we wrap this up, how like I've noticed for one, you're not a hype beast. You know, a lot of like the definition of hype beast for those that don't know is basically, you want to be where, the viral is, so to speak. Like you always got to pop up to this person's set because this person is, popping off, or you always got to be seen in the background of somebody else's video because you want to be lit, or like, like you're not that kind of person. You barely even wear jewelry. You know, yeah, you're like myself in that sense. Like I have grills, I have rings, I got watches and stuff like that. But and I'll wear them, in a consistent streak. But for the most part, it's like I don't need it. Like I'm not trying to be seen, so to speak. So, what what gave you that mindset? Because I know like we've been doing this for years to the point where it's like we mostly see the ones with with the cars, the jewels, and whatever. We see them popping off, so to speak. So
Uh,
like yeah, how have you been able to like discipline yourself to like really,
I've been through it already, bro. I had it all already. I'm from the streets. I've been. I know what it is. I've been
I
around
feel
footsteps. I don't need to be hyped. You know what I'm saying? The way I look, people think I should be hyped. You know what I'm saying? And I don't move like that. I think if I did
that.
move, I'd probably have even more, to be honest.
I feel that.
If I moved hype, I probably would have had more a long time ago. Easy,
I feel that.
easily. Word. And I'm not even, I'm like, I totally believe that.
Now I agree. And I like okay, so last year I went through like this weird phase of fame where it was like I didn't understand and I didn't really know how to deal with it. It was like uh but I knew what it was from. Like it was from like various things. And let's go back to what you was talking about with perception. So I did the tour in London, right? I had the grills, and I was doing a bunch of shows out here, the more booking joints at the time, and then I was also going state to state doing the shows. So it created this perception, to a lot of people, and then on top of that, I also had almost 3,000 followers on Instagram, um, and all of this plays a part because it's like I've watched how people spoke to me before I had it, when I had it, and when I didn't have it, like after, like the after. Um, and it's just kind of like people really do kind of like, I guess, give you more love or respect when they see that you're like popping, or like they see that you're doing something big. And for you, it could be really big because it's like all of those things were big for me. Like even like getting the grills because those were made by Eddie Plain. He's like the godfather of grills and hip hop. If anyone doesn't know who that is. So it was a good thing for me. I was hype about that. Doing the shows overseas, like that was something that I built up from the ground. I'm saying going state to state, that was something I worked hard for. So I was happy for all these things. Like these were all big things to me, but it didn't feel good to me that, like people were like, I guess, leeching off of that or creating their own like ideologies of like who I am and what I got going on. And then I guess like when people started coming around me more and realizing the reality of what it was, like, dude, I go to a show and go straight back home. You know what I'm saying? Like
When I'm at an event, like people want me to like go get crazy drunk with them, I'll take a few shots and that's it. You know, like their expectations of like how it looks. Like I might have like posted a story of me with like a glass in my hand or whatever. Like, oh, right now, you know. So people would like have the idea like, oh, he does this, or like you know, and it's just like, nah, you know, like I'm just kind of going along with my means. You know, like I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. Um, so I low key forgot the connecting point, but I understand what you mean about perception at that point, and I did have like a crazy experience with like the whole thing. So that's what it was. Have you ever reached a moment? That's what I was trying to get at. Have you ever reached a point where it was like people thought you were like at this level? Obviously, you were, you know, to yourself, but have people ever like tried to like leech off of that, like off your spotlight?
Yeah, and they got rid of themselves once they start seeing the reality. They see the reality. They see the reality and don't know how much work that got to go behind it. If
That's a
when
fact.
they
That is a huge fact.
when they see what work got to go behind it, be in the certain place for the moment, in those spaces, yeah, a lot of work behind it. It's not it's not over one night. It's not a 1 day thing. So I'm saying, so
Nah, I feel that. I feel that. I feel
it is
that.
what it
You're right
is.
about that.
It is what it is. It's just the work behind it. And that's why a lot of people don't want to dedicate the time to that because it's just like it's a lot of time and it's like they want to know if they're gonna make something up.
Right.
So, and all that people tell me like, yo, I have all these things. Like I have so much things in play for us to eat, for us to win, and all I need is effort from everybody so we could eat and really eat. I
I'm
have
not gonna lie.
way more than what artists have right now, with no dollars. All, all of it,
Yo, I'm not.
no dollars.
I I agree. I agree with that. So to capitalize off of that, you said something important. You have a lot more to offer. Um, and you've done like a lot of interesting things for different artists, you know. And one thing was the what was it called? The Hell of a Week
All of
thing
me.
with Charlamagne the God.
Hmm.
Yeah, like that was something interesting, you know. That was an interesting experience that you provided for other artists. Because I thought like when you first invited me for it, I thought it was like just you know like you had an extra ticket for me to come through, and you know that was that. But then when I seen like a whole bunch of other artists that I've seen at shows pop up, I'm like, oh, this is sick. Like you really like giving other people a chance to like experience something different. Like it's much more than just you know the music, so to speak.
I'm getting if I get opportunities with these people that I'm meeting to to do more for us, and I get y'all to come. If it's basically whatever I'm getting to experience, bro, I'm sharing the experience with y'all. So once I get the links and I make the links and I create the bond and there's ways that me and them could work together to strengthen the bond and strengthen our business. Let's go. So when I see them linking me and saying whatever, bring it to your people, bring them, and let's funnel them. Funnel. Let's keep funneling. Artist is gonna be at the Charlemagne show. So guess what? You let the artists them know that you have your profile Thursday going on, and that was the original plan of that. Know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a fact.
Those- Yo, yo, bro. I remember when I couldn't. I remember when a show got canceled, bro, just for the
Mm,
radio. A couple radio interviews got canceled because other real celebrities start popping up.
mm.
And I couldn't reschedule it the way I wanted to reschedule it. Every time I wanted to reschedule it, it was always booked. So
Wow.
like people keep the artists stop coming.
Mm,
And
mm.
mind you, I was bringing them to all of these other shows, all these other things too. Like the person might have messed up. where we could have done the interview, but
Right.
he always put something other incentives for us to do and go to. So it's just like when an artist feels spoiled when you're giving them too much, and when you can't do or
Yep.
up on something, they hold that against you. So even with that, I learned that I can't even give out the way I want to give out. So that's why I don't even give out at all. Because if you can't even make it to the show or even tell people about the show, how can I give? Why am I giving out to you every sec? Why am I? I'm just giving. Like
Nah, I feel that
I
100%.
was going with the platform after a while. I was really just giving y'all the platform and saying, "Yo, create what you want and let's build it together.
That's a fact.
Formulate the plan or whatever plan that you have in your head. Let's do it together." I'm saying I had another instance with a fashion show, and homegirl flaked. You
Mm.
feel me? Wasn't moving in the wasn't moving to make it pop off
Right.
correctly. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even pointing nobody out. I'm
Nah,
saying, and,
as you should. Yeah, I feel that.
and it's just like, yo, your unprofessionalism is not making the thing. It don't look like it's official because guess what? You're not doing it.
Right.
It's piss poor preparation.
Exactly. And that's a
And
key too. Just being prepared.
if it's piss poor preparation, the show is gonna go bad. You know?
100%.
So
I agree.
and then it's like they want to blame and then victimize themselves. I'm saying
Mm.
so like it's just like yo, I don't even know why you're doing it. Let's come back again, but let's do it a different day because guess what? Everything is too close now and nothing is done correctly. So if it's not done correctly, let's not push it for right now. Let's do it a different time. I lose more people off of that. Don't even know what the rumors is being spread. That know what I'm saying, so just like yo, if I'm helping you out and it don't go according to your way, you're gonna trash me, and I'm helping
Exactly.
build your brand so you could build up your what you got going on. But guess
Exactly.
what? You take me down because of your unprofessionalism, and people run with that. And guess what? Now people stop coming. What can I do about that? I'm not here to fight no women. I'm not here to bash no women. I'm not here to do none of that. But when you bashing me and tearing me down, and I'm not tearing you down for the things that you're doing, how it look?
Exactly. Nah, I
So
agree with you
I,
100%.
I, I I just do my best to just mind my business and just keep it pushing and not like not too much engage with too much people like before. Uh,
I
Peace.
feel that.
Yeah.
Read
I
the
don't.
energy.
My heart is too big that my heart is too big. I'm always giving to receiving too much bullshit. So I just protect my spirit and protect what I give out, protect what I do, protect the people that I'm involving as well.
Hmm.
Just like today with the digital designer. I don't even want to hold your people because I know you got another interview.
No, no, no. You good. You good. You good. You good. But we could end it. I see you in a car. You know, I know you don't want to be in there all day.
I got people calling me left and right.
Nah, it's all good. So I'm gonna let you go. So I wanted to know if you have. We talked about a lot, honestly. But is there anything you wanted to like leave anybody with? Because even though we got like just maybe one or two people
Oh,
watching, you know, there are gonna be people that like tune in and watch this afterwards. So like, is there anything you want to leave people with?
yo, just take what you want to do serious and go for it. Like it takes hard. It just takes effort. That's what it is. It's effort. You got a 9 to 5 and you want to quit your 9 to 5. Just know it's gonna take effort. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
you have to be prepared for bad days and good days. Effort. Just put in the effort. Or self-sufficient, self-reliance is the key. You know what I mean? Don't wait on the man when you can do it all for thee. Get on the internet and Google it for free.
And don't just settle for that Google link.
I'm
Open up your
saying,
mind and think. Yeah, got the bars. But yo, Kontravasy, man, thank you. I appreciate you always, man. You're a dope person, a dope individual, a dope music artist. Everybody should go check out Kontravasy. Uh, Kontravasy.
bang.
Don't get it twisted. He's really a dope artist, man. Definitely check him out. He got some really good rhythms. Um, I don't know. I don't have nothing else to say. I want y'all to do the work and go check it out. You heard us talk about doing the work. Go do the work. Check this man out.
Bang, bang.
Appreciate you, man. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.
Yo, Paign, what's up, man? I hope you're ready to jump in this. As you guys seen, we just had Kontravasy. He's a dope dancehall, reggae, even hip hop artist. He got bars too. Yeah, man. Um, Make sure y'all go show the dude some love, man. He's really dope. Next up, we got Paign. He's one of the dopest artists that I've been meeting and working with over uh, the past year. So once he taps in or whatever, we'll get this started. So thank you guys for staying with me and you know enjoying the vibes, because this is something new that I'm doing. This is a platform for everybody. What's up, King Saif? Um, we got a show coming up November 6th. We're going to talk about that as soon as Paign jumps on. It's called Paign and Friends. I Am Strong Island is hosting it, so shout out to them. Um, I'm excited for it. I got some songs I'm going to be performing. King Saif, you performing too, I see. So I'm excited to see how this turns out, man. It's going to be a dope. It's going to be a dope scene. Definitely, it's going to be my first time performing in Long Island too. Like I used to work out there. Word. Um, what's good? What's good? Let's go, man. Paign is tuned in. Let's get him on live. It's baby girl K. What's up? Thank you for tuning in. Before I ain't waving too safe, but yeah, man. Let's go live. Yeah, we're just trying to get this. We're trying to get up. There we go. Let's
Yo,
go. I got it.
yo, what's good,
What's
bro?
up? How you doing?
Cool, cool. Question before we start: this a new live or this from the same old live?
It's old live.
You only got a certain amount of time on IG before they cut your live. That,
How long is that?
I think like an hour. That's why I sent you a text message in
Oh,
your
nah.
inbox.
This.
That's why I sent you
Yeah.
a
Oh,
text
I
message
didn't
in your
get the
inbox.
DM.
I
I
told you I
didn't
was
get
gonna.
that. Yo, my shit. I'm telling you, yo, my IG is weird, bro. I
Yeah,
have to refresh my
I
shit
had
like
sent it.
every.
I had sent you a message telling you like when you're done with him, just start a new one because I don't want it to cut off on you because they definitely have a limit on it. They did
Now
that
you
to
good. My
they did
last
that to
my last
Billy.
episode that I did, I went like 2 hours and change. I went like I think like 2.5 hours. I think.
Hey, copy. Let's get into
Not
it.
gonna hold you. I definitely was on for a minute, and I definitely got lost in the time. So,
Nah, that's a fact.
um, but yeah, nah, we good. What's up, man? How you feeling today?
I'm alive, man. The day for day.
Feel
If I
that.
wake up,
Feel
I'm
that,
blessed. I'm
man.
alive. You know what I'm saying?
That's that's deep, man. I feel that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Shout out to
Treat your next
everybody
day like
tuning
your
in.
best day.
That's facts, 100%, man. We listen, man. It's a dark world out here for sure, man. So and I know we covered from some really dark things for sure.
No, that's a fact.
Um, so, so first question, your name, where does it come from?
Whew, that's funny. All right, so before Pain, it was campaign, and before campaign, it was Young Mac, Middle Mac, Mecca, basically. And basically, where that came from was my brother. My brother name is Mecca. That's his street name. You know what I'm saying? His street name, his alias, whatever is Mecca, and well, Mech now. But basically, how that worked was when I used to come around, I came around ganging them really young. I was
Mm.
7 years old coming when I came around. You get what I'm saying? So at the time, everybody was trying to figure out a nickname for me because anybody want to say my real name. You know what I'm saying? My real name start with a D. So it was like D Rock, D Money, D Block, D Nice, D this, D that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't feeling none of them. So they was like, when your brother not around, we're gonna call you Mac. And when he is around, you call you Little Mac or Young Mac. And that's how that came along. But then
Mm.
as life went
That's dope.
along, I wanted my own identity. Like I went to prison and whatever, we'll get into that later. But I went to prison. I didn't want that name no more. I'm grown. I'm my own man. I'm not in your shadows or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
not trying to live up to the next man name. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking about my own name. And when it came to my own name, I had a couple of names that was sent to me. And one of the names that somebody said was like the president or whatever, because I was doing a lot when I was in prison. I was doing a lot. So that was one of the names that came across, and I was like, nah. I was like, what's more important than the president? The campaign. In order to become a president, you gotta have a strong campaign. You
That's
know what
a
I'm
fact.
saying? And what do I consider myself? I consider myself a boss. And by definition, the boss is a powerful politician. And what is a camp? Every day, we politicking right now. You know what I'm saying? The boss is a powerful
Fact. Yes.
politician. And campaign is a series of actions taken to achieve a common goal, as in warfare or politics. So that's how the name campaign came along. And it got shortened to pain just based off of life and things, you know what I mean? And it's more so something I can relate to more than anything, you know what I'm saying? So that's how the name came along.
Yo, that's dope. That's dope. I like that story. Yeah, nah. I think when nicknames or stage names or like whatever, whatever name, people get out, whatever alias, I think is interesting. Because I was just watching the new Kevin Hart special, and he was talking about like how his dad was like the best nickname giver.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I know which one you're talking
yeah,
about. I
so
seen it. I find a lot of people
yeah.
that's indifferent to his work. Some people like it, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people is like half and half on his work, but I fuck with his work. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like his work. So
Nah, that's dope.
I've definitely seen all his specials. I definitely know what you're talking about.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. Shit, my name came from like I named myself, but I didn't know it. Like, so when I first like had Facebook, like, cause I was slow to join every social media platform. Every platform I joined like maybe 5 years later.
What was your
Like, I just
first
never
one?
wanted to. I'm dead serious,
What was
bro.
your
Like,
first one?
I had MySpace. I had MySpace and I had both. Those were
Did
the
you have
only
MySpace
two.
during the days where there was artist charts,
Yeah.
when it was more so like an artist platform before it became a social platform and then died out?
Oh nah, I had it as a social
Yeah,
platform.
I remember when it was an artist platform where you could even track it down to the artist in your area and see who was like the number one trending artist in your specific
That's
area and
fire.
things like that. You know what I mean? Like I jumped on that wave
That's
way back then.
fire.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
fire. So is that what the 83 is for?
No. The 83 is the other life. That's the other life. Hey
I
Trey.
was about to
Yeah,
say,
that's
man,
hey
because
Trey.
you just took it way back, man. I didn't even know MySpace was for that, man.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. You feel me? I joined like I'm not gonna say late. I joined whenever I felt like it was the perfect timing for me.
yeah, when it was appropriate. You joined when you were supposed to.
Right, right. Same thing for
Everybody's thing is
Instagram.
different.
Like,
I mean, like
word.
if you say like, okay, it's funny because I was listening to you interview him and this and stuff like that or whatever, and it was like, 'cause I'm not gonna hold you. Certain throughout all of this, us going back and forth, I do intend to ask certain questions myself, back and forth.
Go for it.
Like, what is an MC?
Uh,
Because my opinion and others is different. Like MC, like rapper, I feel like there's levels. There's levels to
yeah,
this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And the highest level, in my opinion, is a musician.
Yeah,
And a musician in my eyes would be someone in the sense of Kanye. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Whereas an MC is more so like like we was watching the Lupe Fiasco is an MC.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Common is an MC. You know what I'm saying? Just I know they're all
yeah.
Chicago-based rappers, but KRS-One coming to New York,
Right,
MCs. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And then you got rappers. Like I feel like the rappers is the bottom of the totem pole. And that's my
right.
opinion. You know what I mean? But I feel like rappers is the bottom of the totem pole, in my opinion. But what makes an MC an MC? Like what qualities do they have to possess to be an MC?
Yo, I like that question. Thank you. So a MC is basically, not basically, but expansively, if that's even a word. We're like basically Mike champions. I said basically again. Um, Mike champions, mover of crowds, master of ceremonies. Uh, it's a bunch of different ways you can say that. And it's just like where like for me, what an MC means to me is basically just being able to just embody all aspects of what you're trying to do musically. Like, if I could make a song, I want to make sure I make the best version of that song. If I'm gonna perform, I'm gonna make sure that I try to connect with as many people as I can while I'm performing. I'm gonna make sure that my movements, even if I'm not dancing, my hand movements or like my head turn or whatever it is, I want to make sure that it's. Oh, it's I don't know. Damn. Uh, where'd he go? God damn. What happened? Oh man, I made him disappear. Halloween was yesterday, man. I wasn't even trying to be a magician. I think he said, okay. Oh, you
Now I heard
back.
I heard everything you said. I was moving around and I clicked too many buttons while moving around. My bad.
Understood. Nah,
My
it's all
bad.
good. But yeah, just try to make sure everything is on point. Make sure I really execute, and what I was trying to do as an artist. I don't want to like my biggest pet peeve is like going to a show and seeing an artist perform with their backing tracks like through the entire song. Like it's not even like a performance track, like
What okay.
so
What if
yeah,
the
simple things like that.
what if the vocals is lowered?
That could work, but I don't want to hear you shouting over your own lyrics.
Nah,
You
I
know what I'm
get that.
saying? Like I want to hear you perform
A lot of
like
artists haven't
like
even reached, unfortunately, and I don't feel like it's even a stage, but a lot of artists haven't reached the stage, the point, the presence where they're not even where they go to the studio and they're like, "Yo, send me the performance version," or
mm,
"Yo, just send it to me with the highlights and the ad libs," or the highlights and the hook only on there. You get what I'm saying? And I'm peeping that a lot with just mainstream artists as well. Like mainstream artists, like the whole song is there. You know what I'm saying? With the
right,
exception of older artists, ones that consider themselves MCs.
right,
I mean, rappers, the whole song is there. MCs, I see it differently.
right.
Nah, but go
But
ahead, continue.
nah, you good.
It's just a quick
Um,
question.
nah, I appreciate that. That was a great question, by the way. But it comes from many things too. It's just kind of like you you ultimately like say for example, Busta Rhymes when he did his "Look at Me Now" verse. I mean, he's done many other verses, but when he did that verse, you see how it went viral, right? And everyone was like wondering if he could do it in person, and he's done it
And
multiple times in person.
that's the highlight of like his shows. Like the
Right.
highlight of his shows is him specifically doing
Exactly.
that one solo acapella.
E-
That's literally
Exactly.
like the highlight of his shows, which I had to learn, every performer is different. And I feel like if you're an artist, especially in this day and age, who's even slightly lyrical, you don't even got to be heavy lyrical, but if you're
Right.
slightly lyrical, there should be an a cappella portion to your performance. Like me, I always do a cappella for my song Shots Fired. I'll rap with the beat for the first verse and the chorus. But
Mm-hmm.
as soon as the second verse comes on, cut the beat. And I rap the whole entire second verse a cappella.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
But that's what works for me. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
That's what
No,
works
that's
for
dope.
me. Because I'm not a super I don't dance. I'm not about to get sturdy. I'm too old for
Right,
all of
right,
that.
right.
I'm not doing all of
Likewise.
that. I'd fuck around and fall on the floor and stay there afterwards
Likewise.
trying to get sturdy.
I feel that.
You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, that's just how I move with the situation. That's what works for me, like I said. That's my thing.
Right, right. Nah, I feel that 100%. I mean, and like it took me a while to like realize. I mean, because I've always been that way anyway, but I've always thought like it was just kind of like a stage fright thing. But for me, it was like I realized that I don't really it don't really like help me out. Like it's like I get it. Like when I see other artists do it, like that's their lane. That's what they do. But if I don't feel like doing that, I don't have to do it. And then I look at other artists too, and it's like I see some of them do the same exact thing. Like they'll just like move a certain way on stage. So it's like they don't really care about what's going on, what the next artist is doing. They're just performing how they feel to their music,
Hmm.
and that's ultimately what it is. If that's the music that's the kind of music you make, then that's the type of performance you do. So I get it, 100%. Um, yeah, nah, for real, that's dope. Um, So you a man of many hats, man. You do a lot, and I kind of like figured it out like step by step. It's like one day I found out you was a rapper. The next day I found out you were an engineer. The next day I found out you do merch, and I'm like, yo, what is it this guy's not doing? Like,
I edit videos. I shoot and edit videos. I do a lot.
back.
I'm a handyman. Like I do a lot. Do a lot. But what specifically are you trying to inquire about directly?
I just about learning how to do it all. Like
How to
what
do it all, how I started, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you feel me? Like what made you like at some point just like say, you know what, I need to get my hands on everything. Like I need to be that guy like that just knows it all.
Money,
Like
money,
Mr.
money.
Krabs.
And when I say money, it's not money in the Mr. Krabs sense. It's in the money in the opposite, lack thereof. But
Hmm.
being lack thereof and still wanting to get these things done, I can't expect nobody to do anything for me for free. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
And I didn't have money like that growing up and all this other stuff. I even said it in one of my songs, or a song that I got with my sister. Um, I said, damn, what was the line? Like the only time we seen money was when taxes hit. Growing up,
Mm,
that's the only time we seen money was when taxes hit. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't come up around money. I came up
right.
living in cars, living in bandos, living, you know what I mean, shelters, spot to spot, state to state. Like that's how I came up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna sit and act like I got some glamorous story. Like that's not me. I'm not here to fit in with the Joneses. I'm not here with anything. That's why I said I feel like the name Paign fit more with my lifestyle, with my background,
So
with the
feel
things
that.
that I've went through prior and still to this day. So it was the lack thereof with the money that and wanting these things so much that I would spend countless hours at the freaking University of YouTube learning these things. Like I need to learn. I
Facts.
need to learn. Like And it's like, okay, I ain't got nobody around me who could teach me this. Okay, this is the resource that I do have. Do I go to the library and look up some books on this matter? Do I gotta sit here and watch these things for hours on end on YouTube? Um, let me pause this. Let me pause the video real quick and do it step by step. Pause, do it. Pause, do it. Pause, do it. Oh, okay. Till it gets to the point where I no longer have to pause it. I no longer have to look at it. And
Yep.
it has opened up other doors for me. Like it's opened up a lot of doors for me. And you know, I was listening to what the other guy was saying, the other artist you just spoke to, and it's made me a very valuable asset to my team, to what I'm trying to build, to what I got going on over here. Because I genuinely just want to see everybody win. Like I'm really not in it for the money at all. I don't have no aspirations of being famous. I don't want to be famous at
Like,
all.
see, I
I
feel that.
I said that in a song. I said I'm trying to make it where they listen to my songs abroad. I'd be content even if I never win awards. They always watching, hoping
Right.
that they get to see me fall because I treat them like they never did exist at all. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
Oh yeah.
that's just where I'm at with it. Like I'm not. Uh, I'm doing. I do what I do to help me and mine, and to help those who are deserving, those who I feel as if are deserving. You get what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm at with it. You know, that's just my thing. My main goal to me, I just want to be an engineer. I don't even want to be a
Feel that.
rapper. Like I don't mind being a rapper. Like it's cool. Like you know what I mean. And I feel like I can stand with the best of them. That's just how I feel. I feel like I can stand with the best of them. I know I can get if you want to go bar for bar, want to get lyrical, you want to do all that. Like I literally joined battle rap just to push my lyrical ability and see where I can make it. And I have like
Right.
7 battles that are on YouTube and stuff like that. Like I literally
Right.
did that just to see what I can do. Like see how nice can I really get? Like cuz you never know what your opponent's going to say. So like
Right.
what can I really come up with some shit that doesn't matter who's in front of me? Like I'm going
Right.
to come out on top, and
Right.
I proved that to myself. So I have no interest
Right.
in battle rapping anymore. I told myself I was only gonna do it for a year. I did it for like a year and a half. Now people from the battle rap culture keep requesting me to come back. And I told them that I might, like I'm working on an event right now behind the scenes.
Right.
And with this event, I might come out of my hiatus and get back in the ring
Right.
and battle, but it's not something that I want to do. I did it because I wanted to do it, and that's it. I did it and it's over with now. That's it. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
did what I wanted to do. It was another accomplishment knocked off the bucket list. That's how I
That's
look at it.
dope.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a great mindset to have, man. Um, nah, man. Kudos to you, man. That's really dope. So like, really, just be a master of all trades, like, because like I like to learn a lot of different stuff too, but it amazes me when I see like people who have like mastered like different elements, like. You know,
I
you
don't
give me
think
your
I mastered
avatar
anything.
vibe.
I don't
Like, my
feel
man
like
be
I
mastering all
mastered
different.
anything though. Like a lot of people feel like I'm really nice at what I do, and then it's like, I've been blessed to be in other rooms. So with those rooms that I've been in, it's like, you know, this one might look at me as, yo, Paign he's up here. Like he's the pinnacle
Right,
of what
right,
I want to be, the pinnacle of what I want to do. You know what
right,
I'm
right, right.
saying? But I've been in the rooms where it's like, damn, I'm a nobody. Like I'm not even remotely close to reaching
So that.
where I want to be. Like to be next to these people, these greats, these admirable people, and things of that nature. You get what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna keep on grinding until I get there, though.
Nah, I feel that 100%. That's dope. That is dope. Um, so speaking of team, um, first time I got to hang around you, outside of the shows, was when you invited me to your studio to do the collective tape. And I realized pretty
Active
much everybody that was in the
experience.
studio was someone that you've known for years. You know,
Nah, nah,
oh well, not years,
nah.
but you've had
It
like
it
a
it,
no.
it
Well,
might it,
some of them
it, it
you
might
said you went
seem
to.
it might seem as if I have, like, that's for instance Pain and Friends, right? Every single person who's on Pain and Friends, I literally know in some shape, form, or fashion. Where I've been to
Right,
a lot of these such and such and friends, and the main person who's on the card don't know the other people really who's on that same bill. Like I like not no shade or nothing. I was on Anna Love and Friends. I
right,
don't know Anna Love. Anna Love does not know me. We didn't even speak at the event. We didn't
mm,
even speak, but I
right,
was
right,
on the bill. You get what I'm saying? And
right,
I
right.
just wanted mine to be genuinely, like, really Pain and Friends. Like, I know everybody who's here. Like, I personally know everybody who's here. And with the collective experience, like Kiddo, I had only met him twice before that situation, before the collective experience. Once was I was doing a Trap Thursdays here at my studio downstairs area. I was doing showcase Trap Thursdays. He performed one time, and then he came with Syph. The very first time that Syph came to my studio, Kiddo came with him, and those
Mm,
were the only two times that I had been around Kiddo prior to the collective experience.
mm. That's dope. I thought y'all went to like
No, like
yeah.
that at that time was let me see, was I want to say El Villi. A lot of the people I met through El Villi on the collective experience. Like I met Cliff through the collective experience. I mean, not through collective experience, through Villi. Um, I met Scythe because of Cliff. I met you and Loner through shows. Um, who else? I met G's or Blizzy G. I met him through El Villi. Niddle Cow, that's El Villi's nephew. Um, JX or Jakes, however he likes to say it, Jakes. I actually used to work with him. He was my manager. I used to
Mm,
work with him. He was my manager years ago. But we lost contact for years until I called him and asked him for a job opportunity for Villi. And then
mm.
they built a bond way bigger than what me and Jake's ever had, because ours was just a strictly working relationship. You get what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And they built on the musical level. So when they built on the musical level, then it just kind of came full circle. I'm trying to think of who else was there. Um, who else was there? Nicole. I met her through met her from being invited to um some reality TV show they were shooting in Hempstead.
Okay,
Somebody hit
that's
me up
dope.
last minute and they asked me, it was like, yo, Pain, um, it was like, yo, Pain, you want to pull up? They asked me last minute and I was like, sure. And me and Elvilly went there, and she was there, and she was taking pictures, and we never spoke. And then she found me on IG later on, and was like, "Yo, I got pictures of you guys from and that's how that
Wow,
came about. You get what I'm saying?
interesting.
So realistically speaking, at the time of the collective experience, with the exception of Villy and Jakes, I knew every last one of y'all about a year or less. Realistically speaking.
So that confirms Sipes' comment that it's just that chemistry.
Yeah, man. Like
Yeah. Uh,
Sight Saif and me, we had great chemistry out the gate from the first time that he came to the studio
That's dope.
and we was working and stuff like that. We just had great chemistry out the gate. You get what I'm saying? And same thing with Villy. Like Villy had knew about me, he was around me and
Right.
stuff like that, but we didn't know each other musically. You know what I'm saying? We knew
Mm.
each other from the 83 life. That's how we knew each other. We didn't know each other
Very true.
musically or anything else like that. So when it came down to it, he had heard that I did music, but he never knew that I was an engineer. And he
Right.
just happened to come through one day for because of somebody else or whatever the case may be, and we started building on a music tip. And
Mm.
we was right here in the studio, and we started working on a song. We started working on.
Mm.
I recorded like 2, 3 songs for him, and then we started working on a song together. And that song was Decisions. And when we did decisions got revised like 3 times. Like
Right.
first it was supposed to be you do 4 bars, I do 4 bars. We're gonna go back and forth. Then it was I was the first. Then we was like, nah, that's too much work. Then I was the first verse, and he was the second verse, and
Right.
then he just absolutely took off out the gate with his verse. When I heard his verse, it was like he just took clean off, and I was just
Right.
like, damn. So I was like, nah, I gotta put you as the first verse. I gotta go second. You know what I'm saying? And that right there was the beginning of what ended up becoming the Come Up Volume One tape
Mm.
that
Mm.
me and him decided to do together. We did the Come Up Volume One, and shout out to that tape. It got like it's close to 75K streams on Spotify right now.
Dope.
Um,
Right.
yeah, it's close to 75K streams on Spotify right now, all organic. Nothing paid for, all
That's dope.
organic.
That's dope.
Um, and that started the beginning chapter for the label that we created together, Messy.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, Messy. Make every step count. MESC. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
So that created that, and then with that, it just continued to build. Like Messi just continued to build. Then it became, Little Cal ended up being part of Messi. And then now the newest member is Saif now from Messi. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? And I look at Messi not as a label of a label of how do I explain? Um it's an artist development label.
Okay. I like that.
More so like a Rostrum Records, stuff like that, artist development stuff to make people, I mean, me helping a person develop who they are and become the best version of themselves to then put them in a
Yep.
better position with this music
Yep.
stuff, with this
That's
music
dope.
industry. You know what I'm saying? And teaching them
That's dope.
the business side of this too, making sure they got all their paperwork and stuff together.
I like that. I
Let me
like that.
continue. I gotta
That's
check on my
fire.
son at the same time.
That's fire. 100%. Um. So yeah, I mean, damn, I ain't gonna lie, y'all kind of fooled me. But I was, you see, because I was gonna ask, like, like, is it easy for y'all to like come together? Like, say for example, the show that we got next week. Um, do like are any of them like influencing like helping you like run the show or
No,
like you know
no,
no. Oh, okay, okay,
no.
okay, like are
Uh,
they like in any way I guess like involved in anything that you do today, like in some like have you like incorporated any of them, like because I noticed like in the studio session you have really engineering as well too, so it was like, yo, that's dope.
yeah, like okay, so I'm trying to teach him how to do the engineering tip as well and stuff like that. Because I feel like with music in general, you can't just do one thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that's on any level that you're trying to be at. I feel like that's on any level. Whether it's you're just trying to I just want to put music out, this and the third. You still can't just do one thing. You need to find a way to fund that. You gotta have a way to fund that. You gotta have a way to put all the puzzle pieces together. Like You know, like I'm not doing the music for the riches, but there's still things that I need to do. It's not I'm not doing it for the riches, but I'm also not trying
Facts,
to sell myself short.
facts. That's a struggle with me too. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold
You know
you.
what I'm saying? And so yeah, like I be teaching Billy stuff like that, and then Little Cal, he's in a whole caliber of his own, like literally his own caliber of his own. Like he's literally like the youngest in charge. Like,
That's fire.
and all of us have a 10-year gap. It's 14, 24, 34. We're all 10 years apart. You know
Mm.
what I mean? So that's a crazy thing in itself as well. When it started out with just because Little Cal, he does graphics, he does cover art, he chops and edits all his videos that you see him drop. Majority of the songs that he has, if they're not recorded here, he's recording them himself. Like he's just in a
Still,
whole nother league. He makes beats. He's out here making his own beats and stuff like that. He's different. Like he's different.
nah, that's fire. Shout out to Lil Cal. Cause I mean, when
Yeah.
I seen him, like, I'm not gonna lie. Before y'all told me he was, I think he's what, 16, 17,
He just turned 15. He was
15.
14. Yeah. He was
Yo, you know what's
14.
crazy? It don't surprise me because on the album, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still working that out. But allegedly on the album, there's a 15-year-old artist that I've met in London, and I was like blown away by like their talent and their skill. So hopefully we can get the situation with the song worked out and I can get them on the album.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, it's I understand like the youth, like I feel like we don't like give them a voice either because it's like some of us honestly like started off very young. Like I started making music when I was like what, 17, 16, 17. Yeah,
What?
so
So what? 17. How old are you now? If you don't mind
32,
me asking. 32.
32.
All right. So 17. That was like what year?
That was like oh 08, oh 09.
Oh eight, oh nine. All
Yeah,
right. My very first song I released on the internet to the world was in oh 05.
fire.
It was oh 05. So
Mine is 11, 2011.
yeah, so you just could see there in itself like how long I've been dealing with this music stuff. And it's not necessarily like I was just the whole time going hard with music, because I definitely wasn't. I definitely was fucking off in the streets and doing a bunch of
Right,
dumb shit and getting
right.
locked up. And, I was building my story. I was living my story. I was living my
I feel
story,
that.
living my truth. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, if I didn't go through those things, even things that I'm going through now, like I just know the next couple of songs and at least the next two projects that I come out with are going to be crazy. I got some shit to talk about. Like I got some shit to talk about. Like life has been doing its it's been doing its number on me lately. So I got a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel
even
that.
even right now
I feel that.
I'm blessed. On Billy's birthday, September 28th, I got cut. Almost didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is recent. You know
Uh,
what I mean?
what was that about? If you don't want to talk about it,
Like,
it's cool. But I
it
ain't gonna lie,
was,
that was like the most randomest shit ever. Like,
yeah, it was random for me. It was random for me. Like, I went to my homeboy passed away, and that was day. It was his birthday as well as Billy's.
mm,
It was a homeboy to both of us who just passed away, and that was both their birthdays, and we went to pay respect with the family and release balloons
mm,
for our homeboy out of respect. I have no idea where the disconnect came in at. Like I can't even begin to tell you where the disconnect came in at, but it was a lot of BS going on, a lot of back and forth. I told everybody, one bunch of people over here is telling the main idiot, stand down, leave it alone. I'm over here telling all my people, stand down, leave it alone. I'm being the peacemaker. You know, I'm like, stand down, leave it alone. Everybody's like, stand down, leave it alone. And the one knucklehead or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I really don't want to say too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Just want to keep going. Me and that person ended up getting into confrontation. One thing led to another. I got I got stabbed 3 times. I got sliced 3 times. Bad. You know what I'm saying? Barely made it out the situation. Barely, literally. The doctors told me straight up, it was me not panicking that saved my life. And everybody around me was panicking at the time. And I'm just like, I literally called my homeboy and I was on the phone with my homeboy cracking jokes, like with my hand, with cloth on my neck, and I'm cracking jokes or whatever. And he didn't even realize how severe it was until, clearly afterwards. That's when everybody realized this and that third. But, I'm
That's
grateful. I'm grateful and I'm
that's
blessed,
deep.
to still be here, I don't, I hate the fact that it was me, but I'm not mad at the fact that it was me because it was about to be somebody else that I know, and I know they wouldn't have made it through the situation. So,
That's deep, man.
as
That's deep.
opposed to losing another homeboy, I just gained another story. You know.
That's deep, man. That's deep. And I didn't want to make it a sad moment. I like for me, it's kind of like you made it through a situation that most people don't. And you're here to tell your story. Because um, damn, son. And it's gonna but it's a testament
Listen,
because it's
at
like
the end of
we've
the
been
day,
through.
I can smile through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, like, for instance, I said I was gonna cut my hair. I said I'm gonna cut my
Mm,
hair, and the reason why I'm gonna cut my hair is because I want to see the scars. And a lot of people, it's like, oh, some people are like, oh, like I'm as if I'm trying to show off this and that. Fuck a show off, bro. Fuck the show off. It's not about
right.
showing off. It's about the simple fact that I just went through something that I barely made it out of. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody was. I mean, besides my baby mama, Villy, and one other homeboy, nobody was there when I was laying on that operating table for hours as they was
Mm,
trying to put me back together. No, nobody else was. Nobody understands that. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing to flex about. It's nothing to boast about. It's none of that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But everything happened so fast, and with all the drugs they were pumping into me to keep me sedated, to keep me out of pain and everything, it's a
Mm-hmm.
blur. And for me, it's almost as if it didn't happen. The
Mm,
scars is the only reminder and the only proof I have to myself that it happened. Like for the people that was there, yeah, it was real. But I can honestly say it's not as real to me as it is to them. Because, you know what I mean? Like, the recovering process, that was real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't even lift my head without assistance. Like,
mm,
I needed help just to pick my head up. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't, like, that was very real. All of that was very real. But the recovering process was the only real part. Like the situation itself wasn't that real. It was real, but it wasn't that real to me. Because of how all the drugs they pumped into me and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Everything happening so fast. Adrenaline, and then as soon as the adrenaline was coming down, pumped full of drugs. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a blur. And that to me in itself is like, yo, you could really lose your life like that, and in
mm-hmm.
true fashion, you won't even know it. You could lose your life in
Yo,
seconds and not even know it. You know what I'm saying? So that really was an eye opener for me. That one right there in itself. Like, and
nah,
I've been
for
through
real.
situations. I've really been through situations. Like I got stabbed on this side of my face at 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? And it was just
Damn.
crazy that I got stabbed at 17, and then 17 years later I got stabbed again. I'm like, 17 is not a good number for me, but I'm gonna make a song called 17 because of that. You get
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
that.
I'm
As
gonna
you
make a
should.
song called 17 because of that. You know, like this gave me stuff to talk about. Like there's certain
Right, fact,
I
fact.
already have like an EP worth of subjects to talk about because of this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Um, there was a scenario throughout all of this where somebody asked me, being nosy, and you actually happen to know the person, but I'm not gonna speak about them on here. I'm not gonna name drop on here. But
It's cool.
they was being nosy, asked me about, yo, what happened? Da, da. And I told them, and at the end of the day, everybody who was there all said the same thing. Like, yo, Paign was doing nothing but trying to de-escalate the situation. I got caught up in the crossfire. You know what the person told me? That was my karma.
Mm.
My karma. Bro, I've been out the streets for forever now. And a comment like that really rubbed me the wrong way on a lot of levels. It rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
Because
that.
when that person went through certain things, I didn't say, oh, that was your karma. Oh, that you didn't pay your bills. Oh, this
Right,
and third. Like this
right,
is why
right,
that
right,
happened
right.
to you. It's not about being empathetic. It's not. Empathy. It's not about empathy. It's not about sympathy. It's about certain shit just does not need to be fucking said. Certain shit you need to keep in your head. You know
Right.
what I
I
mean?
agree.
I mean, and I apologize for all the cursing and stuff. You know, I just
No,
speak unapologetically. This how I
we
speak.
open,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
We open out here, bro.
That's just
We
how I speak on the
speaking,
regular. You know what I'm saying? Like
bro.
I'm just keeping it real
Listen,
with you.
on this platform, you say what you want, you say how you feel. Obviously, we don't punch down on
Yeah,
people, but you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? If we got a story to tell, we're gonna tell our
yeah.
story. You feel
I
me? So
mean,
don't
like
ever, yeah.
everybody around me knows I do for the most part. I try to uplift and bring everybody up. You know what I'm saying?
All
And I
right.
try to use my situations because I have a lot of experience. You know, age brings wisdom, especially when you
Mm.
go through things. You know, I've been through a lot. So I try to help everybody that I'm connected to with the things that I've been through. Try to give them proper advice and stuff like that. Don't be this, don't do that.
Mm.
Like, bro, I've been there. Like, I tell you from experience. I'm not telling you from something I read in a book. Like, I really went through that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my approach for almost everything.
Nah, for real, that's dope. That's dope, man. And thank you for sharing that, man. Honestly, because man, I've been to some crazy situations myself. So hearing you like talk about it is just like, damn, son, like people really do go through shit. Like, you know, like life, like when people say life be life and life really be life and
You know what's
like
crazy?
it
I
is
said that same night, like 10 minutes before this happened. I said that same night.
yo,
I was talking to somebody and I was like, yo, life be life, and bro, like it's crazy that we here. And my homeboy who passed away, I watched him grow up. And I'm like, it's crazy that I watched him grow up and now he's gone. Life be life, and but we still here. And then boom, I almost lost my life right afterwards. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
and
damn.
you know what's crazy? So the most recent situation I've been in, and this was completely stupid, and this is why I'm saying it be dumb situations like that. So I went to a show. This was last month. I think it was what October 6th or something like that. It was early in the month, October 6th or something. It was a spring urban fest. The footage is on my page. But I'm
At the
wearing
Be
like the
Here
yellow
event shit,
shirt.
at the Be Here
Yeah, I'm
event
wearing the yellow
shit,
shirt, and
you
I
know,
got the
you know what's crazy? Bro, not to cut you off.
what's
I don't
up?
know what it is. I've tried so hard to come to so many of your events to the point that I
Mhm.
don't even tell you no more when I intend on coming to the event because I don't want to be a letdown. So it's
I
just
feel
like
that.
I wanted to come to that event. I specifically remember that event. I wanted to come to that event
Right.
and I couldn't make it because I was still recovering and I was still like I was just reaching the stages of being able to start moving around outside, but it was like I can't even be outside for more than an hour before I'm in intense pain and stuff like that. But I
I feel
definitely
that.
wanted to come to that event because I performed there before as well at that venue. At
It's all good.
the venue.
Um,
But yeah, at that event, right? The whole thing was just like horribly organized. Like, granted, I did get there a little late, so I anyone can argue like, that was my fault for showing up late. But the way that they was running the show just didn't make sense. Like, uh, they said the artists show up at what was it, 7:30 for artist check-in. We get an artist interview. We get a complimentary drink, and
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my
it was
interview.
something. Oh, and they professionally record your performance, which they did. The only thing I disagree with was that like I got the original footage of that performance, so like when you watching it, it doesn't sound like anyone's like engaging. But when you play my video, you hear everybody like turned up. So it's like, yo, it sounds kind of weird. I didn't like how they like I guess did that right there. But for the most part, like it's dope footage. Um, that, at the like when I got there. Security was just like mad rude to everybody. He was like, yo, if you an artist, stand on the left side. If you the fan, stand on the right side. And he was like, yo, do y'all got fans? Did y'all come with fans? And we like, like most of my people is inside. Some of them y'all got on the line. This is what I'm telling him. And he's like, oh, but I can't let you in until you confirm that. I said, bro, like, you're not going to let me inside. So how can I confirm that my people is there? Like,
But you're an
you know what I'm saying?
artist. Regardless, you should be able to get through the door.
Right. So
But no,
according to him,
that I had a problem with security over there as well. So
right.
I can understand.
According to him, it was fully booked up. Fully packed upstairs. It reached capacity. So they couldn't let nobody in. But they were saying to every artist that had fans, you and your fans can go upstairs.
Pardon, sir. 1 second.
Yeah, dude.
1 second.
Okay.
All right, my bad.
Now you
Continue.
good, you good, you good. No worries.
Sorry.
Uh, but yeah, he was saying, like you and your fans can go upstairs, but if you don't have any fans, you gotta wait outside, kind of thing. And it was just like, what? So basically, I was waiting outside for like 40, 45 minutes, type shit, and I finally get upstairs. Uh, the lady at the front, so boom. First off, when they reached out to me, when they reached out to me to perform, right? I I made sure to ask them. I was like, yo, do I got to pay for a slot? It was like, no. I was like, okay, do I got to sell tickets? It was like, no. So I said, okay, so I don't have to do anything related to like spending money to perform or whatever. They said, no. When you show up, they said, your fans basically pay the money or whatever to get inside. That's it. You don't have to worry about anything else. So I'm like, all right, bet. That's what I'm going off of, right? So fast forward, I get inside, and they're telling me, oh, if you don't have three people with you, you got to pay $50. I said, I'm not paying nothing because of the conversation I had. So boom, I show the message. She reads it. She goes, oh, I don't know what to say about that. And I said, well, I don't know what to say about that. So I walk right past her, and she's like, oh, just like she basically tried to stop me at first, but then she was like, oh, go speak to them at the front. I'll put you down as, you know, not qualified or whatever the word that she used or whatever the case is. She was like, I'll mark you down as that. And I was like, all right, whatever. So I walk over to the table, and I'm gonna get into the situation at first, but like the shit was just like badly organized. I guess it was like just bad energy all around. But get to the table, they don't even know who I am. Oh, like this shit's crazy. They don't even know who MC Reef is. But it's like, yo, what the hell? Like, what's going on here? So I give them my music, and then they bring up on the list that I guess I was not qualified or whatever the case is. So they said, oh, you only get to perform one song. So I'm like, yo, I'm not understanding what the problem is or whatever. But at the same time, I'm not tripping because one, what I'm saying, I'm confident in my turn a crowd up. You know what I'm saying? And then two, it was a decent ass crowd. It was at least 150 people there. Like, so it's a really dope turnout. So I knew eventually I was gonna like really do something. It didn't really matter.
So anyways, I give him the music, and then I gotta go to the bathroom. I was already, like sipping earlier, before I got there. So and then waiting on the line. I'm like, come on, you feel me? So I get upstairs, boom, I want to go use the bathroom. There's already a line in front of the bathroom. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the line. The lady that was standing in front of the door was like, okay, you next after this person. So I'm like, all right, cool. This one dude comes from the side, and from what it looks like, he was trying to get to the other side. But as he was trying to get to the other side, this chick comes in, and apparently they known each other. You feel me? So they stop right in the middle of the line, and they're like chatting it up and stuff. And I'm like just standing there like, all right, whatever, boom. So the door opens to the bathroom, and the person in front of me goes to the bathroom, no problem, boom. They're still chopping it up. Again, I'm thinking, okay, whatever, let them chop it up as long as I get to go to the bathroom. You feel me? So door opens, I try to go in, he pushes her in front of me, and I'm like, no way. Like, so I'm like closing the door, like, bro, like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, you were just literally talking to Shorty, like, now, whatever. Like, again, it's not in an aggressive way. I'm just closing the door. Like, I'm already in the bathroom. There's no way you're trying to push her, into the bathroom with me, basically, at this point, So, boom, I close the door. When I close the door, I hear him on the outside going off. Yo, I don't know who this nigga is. Da da da. He's going off. Like, yo, I'm gonna pop on him as soon as he come out the bathroom. And I'm like, yo, like I'm in the bathroom hearing him as I'm using it. Like, yo, this dude is really losing it. Like, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, yo, is it really that deep? Like, like, do we really have to go that hard on like trying to harm people? So when I come out the bathroom, the dude grabs me, like he like physically grabs me, and like he's pushing me towards the exit. And he's like, yo, let's go outside. I feel mad disrespected. But I could tell he's mad drunk and shit like that. So I'm like grabbing him, like, get off me, bro. Like, I don't want to fight right now, but if you like don't let me go, I'm gonna like, I'm gonna have to do something. Like, so he's like, nah, take this shit outside, da da da. So security comes upstairs and they're like, yo, if y'all fight, we gonna shut down the whole event. Y'all niggas better cool it right now. And that was that. I'm like, yo, bro, like, first off, I could have easily swung at him right in the neck because you grabbing me, you putting your hands on me. You know what I'm saying? And I live by that rule. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with everybody. I don't care what you say, but the minute you put your hands on me, that's a no-no. You know what I'm saying? That's a dub. So, and it's like, even if I don't beat you, you know what I'm saying? I just got to do something. You put your
No,
hands on me.
facts,
Like,
facts.
but in that moment, it was like it happened in front of so many people, and I was just thinking, like, yo, why would you want to go that route? You know what I'm saying? Even if, let's just say, you was disrespected by me going to the bathroom, like, you didn't announce yourself, there was no communication. Like, I got respect for the ladies, but the way you did that, no way. Like, that's a dub. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, how come we as humans like can't find like common ground, or maybe just black people rather? Because I don't know, maybe that's we're the only ones who do stupid shit like that. But you feel me? Like,
Nah, I mean,
yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot of things that was factoring in with that. Like you said, drunk. The person who cut me was drunk. He was drunk.
right.
I don't like. I'm not a fan of drunkenness. I dealt with that with my brother. My brother's a heavy drunk. Well, he used to be. You know what I'm saying? He was a heavy drunk, and he would just do all types of outlandish things, and a lot of times, people enable it. People be like, man, you know how he gets. That's not an excuse. You know what I mean?
Mm,
You can't harm. Like, if you was to get drunk and shoot somebody and they die, you can't go in front of the judge and be like, my bad, Your Honor, I was drunk.
right.
It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be held
Uh,
accountable for your
facts.
actions. You got to be held accountable for your actions, and that starts with the people that are around such individuals. Because a lot of times the people that are around these individuals, they enable it. They enable it, and it ends up spilling onto other individuals, especially other innocent individuals, because it becomes to them a norm, something that they believe is acceptable, something that they believe is okay. And
Mhm.
it takes a lot of people as a whole just to change the narrative, you know? Like the same thing. Like I could just go on and on about this. You know, I had a about a 2 3 hour heated debate with Syph on how drill music and music is the fucking problem with New York right now,
Mm.
and he didn't agree with me. It took about 2 3 hours for him to understand what I was trying to convey
Mm.
and how the music they you know they have these things where they're like, oh, we're we're cracking down, but you guys are pushing it. You guys, and in a sense, you can kind of say it's kind of smart. Yes, I'm gonna put you out there like that, my boy. You got he said that you're gonna put me out there
Oh,
like
real
that
shit.
in the comments. Yes, like you know what I mean, but and I mean like it's like they push it, but I feel like it's smart in a sense. Like they push it.
Oh, oh man, my God, I keep exiting alive. But yeah, Safe. Let's put it all out there. Let's go, man. We speaking facts out here, man. Speaking of facts out here. We gotta make it all make sense, you know? Or no hard feelings though. No hard
I
feelings.
keep every time I go to put the phone somewhere, I keep fucking swiping over to the left by mistake.
So,
But I feel like they push it in order to weed out who's the problem, like the problem people, because drill music is such a fad. It's such a fad. You get what I'm saying? And ultimately, the only people who like it is the youth. That's
mhm.
the only people who like it. The youth. The adults don't really like the adults don't really like that shit. I don't see no besides the ones that's making money off of it. I'm not going to name drop, but the ones who's making money off of it,
Right,
they
right, right,
like it. You get what I'm saying?
right.
They like it. But in all reality, you know, that's just my stand on it. They use drill music in order to catch who's the ones doing these things in all these areas. Like if you want to be a gangster rapper right now and blow up in New York, drill, drill.
That's a
And what
fact.
do they and
But
what
you
do they
gotta be a
do?
dope drill artist
And what they
nowadays.
do? They okay. Okay. There you go. And there's all the ones that's with them. Yeah. And this is how they build their cases. And they've shown it. They've shown it that this is how they're building their cases. They've made it known. They've made it so known, and people are just so ignorant because they're so caught up in the clout. They're so caught up in the 15 minutes of fame that
Yep.
like they don't care. Like they tell you, yeah, we indicted all these people. We got them on this Instagram live. We got them on this Instagram live. We got them when they flashed a gun in this picture. We got them when they did this. We got them when they did that. And people just still continue to be idiots.
Right.
It's just idiocracy at the end of the day. Like, in my opinion, like, that's the definition of
Agreed.
crazy to do the same thing over and over and think that you're going to get different results. You're crazy.
Very.
Like, I don't know what makes you feel like you just so much more different than the next drill artist that they not going to come grab your ass and because you just so fucking special. What's so special about you? If
Right.
you out here talking about you murdering and you killing and you doing this and you doing that and you putting it all in your songs and you dropping all types of hints and making it obvious and your name dropping and I'm smoking on him and I'm smoking on that and we bending this person block and we bending that block and then you're like, oh my God, how did I get 30 years? You gave them everything they needed.
Yo, that
You
ass.
gave them everything you needed. And it's like it's literally being forced upon us. It's being forced because it's not like New York is not full of dope ass artists. New
Yep,
York
yep,
has
yep.
so many dope ass artists that are not getting the recognition that they deserve on the mainstream line because they're too busy pushing the bullshit line. And they can't say that it's a money driven thing because there's no money in drill music. There's none.
Mm.
A lot of these dudes are just pandemic rappers because you dudes blew up over the pandemic when you had pandemic money. And once that pandemic money disappeared and y'all really had to start going outside and engaging with people and engaging at events and this and the third, that shit died real quick. Why? Because you can't go nowhere without having a shiesty on. You can't do a show here. You can't do a show there. You're scared to go over here because the opposite. Every time you post your flyer, you want to cover out. You want to block the address to the spot because the ops might be outside looking for you, or they might come to the spot. Like, come on, bro. Like, who want to live their life like that? But you know what? To each his own. To each his own. You know what I mean? I can only
I
speak for
can't do that.
myself, bro. I can't live like that, bro. I don't feel like that's not living. That's just existing to me. To me.
Yeah, nah, for real. I can't do that.
It's no
I
slight
treat that
to
part.
drill rappers, bro. Like I I'm not a drill rapper and I don't feel rappers. Like I tell people that all the time. Like I'm not a drill rapper and I don't feel rappers. Like I
But you
associate
got
it
some drill
or
records.
associate. Nah, nah. Name one drill record I got.
What's that? The Under Pressure joint that you got?
Pressure Gang?
Yeah, Pressure
You would
Gang.
consider that a drill song?
Low key, yeah.
What
Low
kind of
key,
drill
high
song?
key, yes.
What kind of drill song? Like if you want to say a drill song, I'll take it's a southern trap song. It's not a drill song. Like
Well, I
let's
guess
look
I guess
let,
it's
let,
your flow,
let's look at the
but
stand.
you
Let's
got you
look
got a couple songs with that flow, and I'm just like,
nah, but see
yo,
this is okay. This is what I tell people. I have three types of music that I make.
mm,
I make pain music, which I believe all of side B is for AWOL. You know, because I just released a double-sided project.
mm,
Side B is pain music. You know, the deeper life stuff, conscious stuff, things of that nature.
mhm,
Then you got side A, which I would consider is um, southern, southern and lyrical
mhm,
type songs. You know what I'm saying? Like Pressure Gang has, to me, that's a southern beat. Like that's not something that you're gonna hear any of these drill rappers up here rap on. You get what I'm saying?
right,
Now, if you're talking about like down south drill, which we don't consider that drill, you know what I mean?
right,
Like trap music and stuff like that, and southern type music. You know, because a lot of my music is southern influence. I spent over half my life down south. You know what I mean?
mm, okay,
I was born in New York, but I was raised in Florida.
fire,
You know what I'm saying? Like I just came back up here maybe what 5 years ago, 5 maybe 6 years
okay,
ago. I came back up here, but the rest of my life I was down south. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
fire,
I was down south, so you know a lot of my beats and stuff you hear is southern driven. You know what I'm saying?
okay, makes
And
sense.
I really like a lot of Memphis style beats. You know what I'm saying? I like the Memphis beats. I like, you know, Texas type beats. I like, like some of the artists I fuck with right now, Big X the Plug. I mean, I
Mm,
fuck with his
mm,
music heavy. Moneybag Yo type beats, Key Glock type beats. Like I fuck with Key Glock heavy, you know what I'm saying? Key
so,
Glock, Young Dolph, um, things like that. So I feel like more so this is in those this I feel like that falls more so in those genres as opposed to New York's genre.
mm,
You get what I'm saying?
that's dope.
Like New York drill beats are all exactly the fucking same. They're all the same.
Comes from London though.
Huh?
Comes from London overseas.
Yeah, but not the content. See,
Yeah, not the concept,
London knows
but
how to take a drill
all the
beat
beats
and
are the
make a
same based on that.
yeah, London knows how to take a drill beat and make a song. These
Right,
New York drill artists, they take the beat and they just rap nonsense for the most part. They just
right,
rap nonsense for the most part. You get what I'm saying? Like, but there are some drill rappers out there. Drill drill a couple of like drill songs that I fuck with, you know what I'm saying? That I like the beats and stuff like that. It's more so be the beats that I like. I like the
right.
beats. It's not really too much the words, but the beats is tough. You know what I'm saying? Like the beats is tough. It's not necessarily the words, it's the beats.
I feel that. I feel
You know what
that.
I'm saying?
100%. Um, so yeah, speaking of AWOL, uh, you got two sides to that. Was there like a method to releasing it, or was it kind of like you were just in album mode? You
Nah.
had a lot of songs, you didn't know what to choose from, so you just say, you know
AWOL
what, I'm gonna do it.
AWOL was the product of being impatient for verses to come in from
Okay,
artists that I'm working with behind the scenes.
right.
Um, Artists that have names for themselves.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm just gonna leave it at that because I still got heat coming out with them. You know what I'm saying? But that was the product of me not necessarily wanting to wait on all these verses because I was really supposed to do a deluxe to first quarter.
Okay,
All those songs came from the deluxe of first quarter. And what ended up happening was as I was working on the deluxe and waiting on verses to come in, I was still doing songs. So
right.
as I was still doing songs, and the songs are just piling and piling and piling, and I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting, I was just like, yo, I got enough material here to just split it down the middle and
Right.
make a two-part project instead of just doing a deluxe to first quarter. Because if I do a deluxe to first quarter, I think it came out to like 23, 25 songs, where
Mm.
the original only had like 11 on it, 11 or 12.
Right.
And then it was like, it was going to be like 23, 25. So I was like, you know what? Instead of doing 23, 25 songs, which I had the artwork for it already. I had promoted the artwork for first quarter deluxe and everything.
Mm.
And then I was just like, you know what? Scratch that. Now I'm gonna just drop a whole new thing because it's taking too long. And AWOL is
Okay.
um um appearing absent even though you're still there. Like, when you're in the army, you're in the army, but you disappeared. You went AWOL.
Right.
I'm still in the game. I'm still doing music, but it seems as if I'm absent. It seems as if I went AWOL. So I was like, you know what? I'm just drop a two-part project. Side A, side B. I'll make one side. Originally, it was supposed to be one project again, just one project, AWOL, and it just ended up being a two-part project.
That's dope.
My boy looks smacked over there.
That is dope. I like, cause yeah. So this album is gonna have a few songs on it. I didn't uh shy away from releasing it. So I think that's what amazed me about it with your project was that you have two different sides. I don't have that many songs, like make it a double-sided project. Um, but I've thought about like making like an extension of it, like a so the funny part about it was that I don't have any Get High songs on there. Like I guess that's what people are kind of like anticipating for this album. Like I have one of those Get High songs. But if like people know my music, like they'll understand that I have plenty songs just like Get High. It may not just be talking about the same exact thing. So I was thinking about making because this is called the Unexpected Volume 3. So I was thinking about doing the Unexpected 3.5 and having it strictly all weed songs. Yeah,
That's dope. I think,
where
I think, um, I think unexpected should be exactly what it is. I don't think anybody should expect a weed song or this and the third. Like, it's unexpected. I feel like a person should not know what the fuck is about to come out your mouth, what you're about to talk about, what this project is going to produce. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
the name speaks for itself, unexpected. So, I mean, I feel like anything that comes out of it, there shouldn't be an expectation on it other than
Exactly. Exactly.
dope music. Other than dope music. I feel like that's the only thing that should be expected. Dope music. No matter
Exactly.
no matter
Because
the genre, no matter the style, the flows and stuff like that. I just feel like that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it should be unexpected. You know, me personally, I try to, I put a lot of thought. I try to put a lot of thought behind every project I put out. You know, between last year and this year, I've put out 6 projects. You know what I'm saying?
Fire, fire.
So, and I feel like each one has, in a sense, lived up to his name. You know, Lion was like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Lion, like it or not, that one was dope, and I was just unapologetic on it. You know what I mean? Like I said, like whether you like it or not, the come up, me and Billy, exactly what that was. That tape took off. You know, underdog, nothing to lose, everything to gain. That tape is still underrated. Like Billy says that. Yeah, you look smacked, my boy.
I am smacked, but
Yeah.
I'm listening. Um,
Whatchamacallit, what was the next one? What the fuck was the next one? I don't even know. Like I got mad tapes that I put out, mad music I be putting out. And even with
nah,
Avo,
that's really
even
dope.
with
Um,
Avo, the cover art in itself was deeper than what people know. You know, the cover art has to do with my clothing line.
yeah, I got my fault. I'm actually trying to, because they got the games coming on too. I see the notifications popping up. Yeah, so that's why I've actually been looking at my laptop trying to.
FanDuel,
But what's up, man? How you doing? Um, I forgot what I was gonna say. Putting thought into your project, like uh that's a job in itself. Like so again, I think that's why I've ultimately went with like naming myself or my projects the unexpected because it's like even now, like I still don't even have cover art and the album comes out next month, you know.
holla at no
But
cap.
yeah, but like it's just that I don't have ideas, like, 'cause I can make it myself. I can get somebody to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different levels to it, but I just don't know what I want it to be, you know. And like, I'm kind of like just going through the motions of like, like figuring it out. Like, so it's just kind of like I don't know, man. I feel like it's probably gonna like come out at the like very last minute kind of thing and like just figure itself out. Um, I don't know, but I'm not like forcing it, you know? Like I'm not like just kind of like like I'm not like just like rushing it to come out like kind of thing. Like I mean, I've worked on this project all year. I mean, I do want it to come out next month when I say it's gonna come out, but as far as the cover art, my ideas just haven't really been flowing too well. Like I've had like so many different ideas, but it's just like I don't think they fit what I'm trying to do. And it's like it's not like a overthinking kind of thing. It's just more like I don't feel like those were the right choices or
The
options that
right
I wanted to.
direction to go in.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So it's like I'm hoping again. I'm not forcing it or rushing it, but I'm hoping I can find something before the time that I have to upload everything and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's getting crazy out here.
Yeah.
Word, it's crazy out here.
I mean, you distribute it or you gonna do hand pitching?
I think I'm going the Bandcamp way. I'm going the CD way, the physical copy way, the merch way. Yeah. I mean, I've low key have done many of those things a couple times. For the edibles, I've printed out a bunch of merch. I had smoke trays, T-shirts. What else did I have? Uh, I had stickers. I had a bunch of different, different pieces of merch and stuff for the edibles business, but I haven't done that for the music business. But I have the experience of going out on the street and like, yo, this is what I got going on. Like, check this out.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm excited to just do that for the music because it's like with music, it's like I already know where I want to go with this, and because of my experience running my own business and working multiple jobs, I feel like I know exactly how to like deal with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might be a little, sometimes shy, like to like start conversations with certain people or say things to certain people, but like it's a snowball effect with me all the time.
You know, it's like if I miss the first person, I'm gonna catch the next person. If I catch the next person, I'm definitely gonna catch the next three people. You know, and it's like it goes on and on
It's a
for me.
numbers game.
You know, so yeah, I just need to like start with that one person. You know, and sometimes I might skip over the first three people that walk by, but I know for sure when I speak, that first person that I speak to is intentional. Like
Yeah. Yeah, I've been
word.
that's the route that I'm going from now on. You know, like I said, I told you that before. Like I have a whole plan, you know, between website and um pay what you feel it's worth,
Yo,
you know,
that
system, to pay what you
for real.
feel it's worth. But I'm gonna have three levels. You know, the first level is gonna be pay what you feel it's worth. Second level is gonna be, you know, a set price, which is gonna be like the music with probably some merch, you know. And the third level is gonna be, you know, probably pay what you want. I mean, not pay what you want. Third level is gonna be, you know, music, merch, uh, probably memorabilia like a Funko Pop because I have a Funko Pop of my own. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Or like a physical, you know, physical vinyl. You know, because I told myself I want to replace every last one of these vinyls on this wall. It's 40 of them up
Mm,
there.
fire.
It's 40 of them up there. I want to replace every last one of them with one of my own. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope.
Like stuff like that. Even splits. Like I give out splits with my music, with my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't give out splits and stuff like that. I give out splits. You know what I'm saying? Like I let people get money off of my stuff. You know,
That's dope.
some people some people jump on opportunities. Some people don't. You know what I'm saying? But at the end
Nah,
of the day,
that's that
this
dope,
is what I
man. That's
do.
that dope. And that's something that I've recently ventured out into, like just giving people splits and stuff. I mean, I've always been like a fan of it, like you know, because learning how to do it, you know, I've always like done it, you know. But it's like I realize a lot of artists don't understand the business of it. Like with this album, I've asked several artists, you know, to like send me their info so I give them splits. They haven't like sent it back to me, whatever, you
A
know.
lot
So
of
it's
people don't
kind of
have their
like,
paperwork together. A lot
yeah, but
a
that's
lot of
like
people
they
don't
gotta
have a
get their shit
BMI. A lot of
together.
people don't have an ASCAP. But you know what? I decided that I wasn't working with artists who don't have their stuff together no more.
Okay.
Because if you don't have your paperwork together, then you're not serious about this. So why are we doing music together? If I'm serious and you're not, why am I doing music with you?
I feel
That's
that.
a waste of my time.
Like I try to educate them too, and it's like
Me,
I tell them like, yo, hey, like you got
me
to do
too.
this or whatever. But if like they don't take the info, and it's like,
Me,
come on, man,
me
like
too. I have long conversations with people. You know, you heard it at the collective. I broke it down to people, you know, your four mechanical royalties, how to get your royalties and stuff like that. And people just don't catch on to it. You get what I'm saying? And it's at the end of the day, it's like, yo, you got to invest in yourself. Like, how serious are you if you can't even get your paperwork done where the first, like, you'll pay for your distro, you'll pay for your distribution, but you won't do your BMI or your ASCAP, and that's free. Your BMI is free. Sound Exchange is free. Song Trust is a one-time fee, $100 one-time fee for the rest of your career.
hmm
Like if you can't, but yet you'll run
all that.
around. You want to run around in full $100. You want to have $5,000 fits on and all this, that, and the third. But your stuff ain't correct. So if your stuff ain't correct, I don't care about the physical image. The physical image means
Right,
nothing to me
right,
at all. It means nothing to me at all. Like I mean, I try to understand a person in itself in its entirety. You get what I'm saying? I try to understand that. And you know, if I'm working with you, I'm trying to uplift you. I'm trying to uplift you. And if I'm pouring into you, you have to be pouring into me. We have to be pouring into each other. And I
right,
mean, in an abundance. So therefore, we can both grow. Because every seed that you drop, you know, I mean, you're tending to a garden here. You're tending
right.
to a garden here, and you drop these seeds. If you don't water your garden's gonna die. Why
That's a
drop this?
fact.
Why plant these seeds if you're not gonna pour into them? You know what I'm saying? So if we're not working towards something, we don't need to be working at all. And it's not no bad blood or anything else like that. And I mean, it's still all love, bro. Like we on different paths. You know what I mean?
Nah,
This is the path.
that's
This the
real.
path that you choose, and this is the path that I'm choosing. I mean, I see you at the top. We'll make it there. I see you at the top. Like, yo, I I wish you nothing but the best, my boy. You get what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel, you know. And that's how I feel about everybody that was at the collective. That's how I feel about everybody that's part of Pain and Friends on November 6th. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like everybody is some genuinely good people, genuinely good individuals. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like everybody has talent. I feel like everybody that's a part of it has talent in their own
That's dope.
respective right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Nah, that's dope.
everybody. And
That's dope. Um, yeah, man. So we're gonna wrap this up.
all
Uh,
right.
I just wanted to say shout out to you for always providing opportunities for other artists to get out there and to do what they want to do, you know, to chase their dreams. Um, you're very knowledgeable and you share a lot of info with a lot of people too, which is very important. Um, and you just multifaceted, you know, faceted is the right way to say it, multifaceted. Um, Yeah, man, you just all around a dope person, man. So I just wanted to, you know, give you a
Appreciate
shout
it. I
out to that
appreciate it.
and give you the flowers on that.
I appreciate it. You as
Appreciate
well.
you for you know, just being real and authentic and just not, you know, being Hollywood despite your connections, despite your experience, despite what you know. You know what I'm saying? You just
Quick,
remain humble and
as
down to
quick as you
earth. So
gain, as quick as you gain it, is as quick as you could lose it.
exactly, word. Feel me? So
You know what I'm saying?
word, definitely.
Uh,
So appreciate you, man, 100%. Everyone that's tuned in, make sure y'all check out AWOL by Paign. This guy's a really dope artist, engineer, graphic designer. He's a mystery box of talents. Like you just gotta tap in with him and ask him what does he do. He'll tell you. You know, it's a whole
if you
list.
ask me if you
I'm
ask me what I do, I'm gonna ask you what you need. Like,
exactly. You
if you
feel
ask me
me?
what I do,
Word.
I'm gonna ask you what you need, and we gonna build from
Right,
there.
basically, and he does it. He does a lot. I'm telling y'all a lot. You feel
And
me?
if I
So
don't know
tap out.
it, then I'm pretty sure I know somebody who do know it, and I can lead you in the right direction. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact. That's a
But
fact.
I appreciate you. About to get back to my kids right now. I appreciate you having me on here. It was dope talking to you, chopping up. And I mean, we're gonna do it again in the future. There's still a bunch more topics that we could touch and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And now stay blessed. And I can't wait to see what we do on the 6th because I know it's gonna be dope.
No fact. That's a
I know it's
fact,
gonna be
man.
dope.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Appreciate you, bro. You have a good night, man.
You too.
Thank you. All right, guys. That concludes episode 5 of Going Live with the MC. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little faded. But I was also paying attention to mad different stuff. I'm looking at mad different things here. Right now, I'm watching the Rockets and Hornets game. Um, yeah, I got family roaming around. Yeah, so it's a lot going on, but definitely faded. But yeah, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate y'all a lot. It's been a great situation, a great experience learning how to do this, conduct these interviews, just dealing with these dope people, these dope artists that I've been meeting, and very grateful that they have given me a chance to grow on this platform. You know, like just being a guest on my show means a lot. You know, so um, yeah, episode 6 this Friday. We got 2 more guests. We have Jiggy Jive from the UK, and we have OD, who's an artist from the Bronx, but he's residing in Jersey. So yeah, tune in Friday. Um, yeah, we got 2 more dope artists to talk with. So appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of your night.